Hello, Chatfish, and welcome to another Bunchcast. Today, we're going to be covering my screen because I forgot to start the music for the Bunchcast.
You did?
I forgot to. There's always something. There's always. God damn it. I'm like, it's kind of silent, you know? Normally it's like music or something. Let's just start that. Today's subject is going to be focusing on positive things for a change, because we need to start looking forward to things, and that means whatever we can possibly look forward to, whatever that doesn't look absolutely jank and absolutely awful, which is very few things, I know, but it is some things nonetheless. So I'm joined by Regelini and Buckarina, two of my fellow little lads, ready to rock and roll, ready to look at the games that we have to look forward to. And the things we have to look forward to, we're going to start first with mods. Now, mods are one of those things where normally it's like so-so, you know. It's not super interesting, or it's like a minor tweak or a minor this or that. But the big thing is, I like to look at ModDB. ModDB is a website that has mod overhauls for games. And one of the games that's got me pretty interested for its modding community, and that was really good, that was released recently, was Sins of Empire 2. Sins of Empire 2 is in a very good state, it's very fun, but, you know, it could use some more stuff to it, right? And for me, the big thing that made Sins as appealing as it was its mods. And one of those such mods that we have to look for Sins of Empire 2 is Stargate Races, which basically is just the Stargate universe, but in Sins of Empire 2. There's also a couple of other Sins of Empire mods to look forward to for those who are interested. There's the Star Wars Interregnum mod, which is unironically, it is the best Star Wars RTS when it's put in Sins. Period. Nothing comes close to the ship combat, the space battles, and all of that. So there's a lot to look forward to from the modding community and stuff like that. Jano donates 25 Polish bucks and says, "Kibbs, late. Shameful. Have some money, despite wrongfully incentivizing such behavior. Also, you got some fan art again. Sock fun. Tally lives. Bucky choice. Thank you for your generous donation. Bucky, where do you want to put that?"
We're killing Tally, right?
Damn.
No, that was Ty lives already. You cannot put it there, Bucky. It would go against the rules.
Squealy alarm.
Well, I guess I can prolong that, I suppose.
13 dollars 20 Norwegian kroners and says, "Is not ModDB also woke? Is not, I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care. The big thing for me is where mods are hosted, because there's nowhere else. So it's either Steam Workshop, ModDB, which is honestly not the first time I've heard woke accusations, but I wouldn't be surprised. The one that's more notorious is actually Nexus. So if you want to worry about like truly woke modding places, Nexus is the one you want to not use, because Nexus is by far the wokest of all of them. ModDB is more about less individual little submods and more about overhaul projects, big projects, but basically mods that take the game and reshape it into something else completely, or basically double the game's overall content, usually. That's why I like ModDB, because they are massive. They are huge, like, overhaul mods. And that's why ModDB is one of my favorite places to go. It's also why it's the home for most RTS mods. Because RTS mods, usually, they are overhauls. Changing the game into Halo, or changing it in Star Wars, or something like that, where it just massively overhauls it. Or setting it, making a game take place in Vietnam instead of the modern era. Stuff like that.
Like Road to 56.
Yeah, stuff like that. Road to 56. Extension mods.
MLP.
That would also be an overhaul, unfortunately. Yeah.
Fallout.
Better.
Okay.
Better. We're making improvements.
There's more overhaul in the MLP than it is in the Road to 56 and Fallout thing combined.
Yes, because there are, yeah. I don't
There's
really know what
reasons.
to say about- There's magic, and it's special.
Remind me of magic in the Elder Kings mod and fucking Crusader Kings, and how wonky that was as well.
See, chat, what you actually do is you buy the Forever Pass on Nexus. And so you never have to pay for anything again. And then you can just download stuff and, forever.
Fading fast is a simple bucket fish. Oh, someone said Fallout. I liked Fallout.
Too bad it's fucking dead.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not dead. It's
Only alive in the
You know.
modding.
We're talking about
it's something
76.
else now.
76 is going strong.
Partially because of Plague. He counts for that population.
Well, players like Plague. Specifically, the only reason that game's still going is because Bethesda kinda turned it around by enforcing the certain changes to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly abandoning certain
Well, banning PvP.
monetary styles, yeah. And PvP altogether.
Like PvP, certain games like PvP just don't make sense in them. Like Sea of Thieves.
Blake says it's been a year since he's last played Gibbs.
I doubt it. In your
The-
mind
the-
and
the-
heart,
but,
you're still there.
Well, the way that PvP originally worked in Fallout 76 is that you had to shoot someone and they had to shoot you back to actually engage in PvP. Otherwise, it just didn't do anything. Or, in the other occasion, you set a boundary, a chest within a boundary that's local spawned, and therefore, is world loot, and then you trick a player into opening that box so you can kill them.
Mhm.
I'd be proud of yourself knowing this random trivia.
I did. 'Cause I was interested in the game. I wanted it to be good. It wasn't, though.
It wasn't.
So chat. But if you look at the thumbnail that we had, you can notice it has an Xbox controller and not a PlayStation one. There's no hope for PlayStation.
So it was Borderlands co-op PvP. No, Borderlands co-op is PvP. Those are duels. Those don't count.
I mean, he's kind of right. It's kind of tacked on. Not really supposed to be used.
Yeah, it's not a functional thing, either way.
Mhm.
Also, welcome to the stream, Lil Smashton. My favorite little Canucky. Actually, yeah, no, my favorite Canucky. I don't think there's any other Canadians I like. Actually.
I think Smash him would prefer to be American.
He tells me he's Polish, but I know that's a lie.
Wow.
He's not Polish. No, other Polish people have told me that he is not allowed to claim being Polish. He is specifically
Yeah.
Canadian, and we will not let him try to segue and infest the poor, defenseless Polish people who deserve better, mind you.
Mm.
Better than what Smasher can offer. Yep, because Smasher can't offer a whole lot. Canadian. All right, dunking on our friend aside.
What about Kasi?
He's not around anymore. He's dead. You gotta let him go. I almost bought a Switch, says Blake.
Well, they're coming out with a new one.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I also heard
that was-
Microsoft's gonna be making their own handheld console. So my prediction might have been right, chat, from like a decade ago. Oh my god. I will be so vindicated. But it's honestly super obvious. Of course consoles are gonna become handholds. It's just the natural fate of
So-
consoles.
Mobiles.
It came out November 6th. Not the console, but the more updates. Let me see if I'll throw it in here. By Polygon. There you go, kids.
Oh, I hate Polygon.
Yeah,
But
that's the first one I took, and I don't want to spend too much time on a fucking Nintendo product. So basically, hackers fucking stole a bunch of fucking data from what was it, Game Freak?
It was Game Freak / the Pokemon company is what it was called.
Yeah, and that had a bunch of information on the new Switch that'd be coming out as well.
okay. So it seems like Nintendo's gonna stay this route for handhelds and console stuff.
Here, we could do
It's
this.
been-
Gibbs.
It's
We
been
could, I'll
going
give
well
you
for them.
I'll give you Nintendo Life as a different link.
Open it up, Chiblo. You know you got it.
Nintendo Life? That just sounds terrible. It's like all you
Yeah, but
have
it's
is
everything's-
Nintendo.
It's been around for a while.
All I have is Nintendo Life. Like it's my life now. The name is funny.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's true. Your life isn't for Nintendo. It's true.
Yeah, you're turning into Dev.
Oh no. Like that picture of that Gavin dude looks like Dev. All Nintendo gamers are the same looking. Calling it.
What, 30-something, neckbeard?
Sad. But either way, jokes aside, the Nintendo console being surprisingly pretty successful, all things considered, means that I think the way consoles are going to go forward is they're going to go handhold. You know, basically what the PSP was, but it fell short of. Because at the end of the day, I think the entertainment systems are already becoming like lesser PCs. They're like demi PCs, is what they are in the current state right now. They are restricted, so it's like a Mac, you know, buying one of those, so you don't have the customization options of a PC. Which just means that they're just inferior to PCs. You're better off installing a PC-based entertainment system for your home than you are with a console. More versatility, more viability. They confirmed everything I already knew about Game Freak. I knew they were doing. Oh, look at that little fading fast guy. He is fading, but is he going fast? That's the real question. Handhold? You mean handheld? Oh my god, shut your little mouth. Switch is good. Nuff said, says Beefos. Thing is, it's pretty solid for what it is. Rainbow Six on PSP was awesome. The PSP was pretty fucking cool. So the fact that consoles are heading in this direction, I think, is probably for the best, all things considered. Just like with the Steam Deck. Handheld and portability. It's just the way of the consoles to move forward. Especially with the benefits of miniaturization technology. So things are getting better and better. But I also heard that miniaturization of that technology in terms of like CPUs and stuff and processors, I think that's plateauing soon, isn't it? So they won't be able to shrink things anymore.
There's there's a law that about that, like a efficiency law. I'd have to go look it up.
Give me the layman's version.
As long as you can afford a PC, it's better. Otherwise, console is your alternative. Says Ragnar. So, here's the weird part.
More law.
Consoles are becoming more and more expensive to the point that it's almost as expensive to own a console as it is to make a new PC.
That is true. Unironically. Like, what were they, $600 now? Like, you can buy a cheap PC for like $800.
Yeah. So Moore's law says that machines that run on computers and computing power becoming smaller, faster, and cheaper. And in time, the process becomes more efficient and components become smaller and faster. The issue is that it's a false law, and that there's only so much you can compress something before electricity jumps the components.
Yeah, and then you're fucked.
And that's why the nanometer process theoretically has a limit how small it can get before heating and current jumps it.
Moore's law, buggy. Bitch big.
Screams Bitter Pig, yeah. Smucky says, the only saving grace of consoles is folks that set a mental category for themselves that PCs are exclusively work platforms, so consoles are their exclusive entertainment platform. Yeah, that also seems like a dumb and extremely inefficient use of money, but hey, you know, if you got the money, do what you want, I suppose. Have you post something in the discussion?
Yeah.
Another Best Buy link.
Best Buy? Is Best Buy gonna dock me? It is, isn't it?
Probably.
Make sure you stream your screen, by the way, Kim, so we can see. Put it up.
Yeah, I want to see
what
your
you're doing.
screen.
Oh, they located me. Oh,
See your payment information, Kibbs.
Tell us about your give us your address, give us your zip code. No.
of course you'd want that, you little shit. I'll just bomb you. Now, how do I stream my screen? I always forget. That's how. Nope, that's not how. Fuck. That's how. Press this button, press that button, press this button, press that button. Bam!
Wow.
You did it.
We can see your blood type. No, I don't even know what that is. I have an X-Bone, says little
Yeah,
groupie.
if you don't like that, we can use this one, Kibbs. It's an Amazon link. This time.
That will docs for sure, yeah. That's oh boy. Chapters are gonna be sending me bombs. Pipe bomb. Airport. McDonald's. All patriots attack now.
Do it attack now. Go.
I have an X-Bone, says Grumpy, that I haven't played in years. I let the guppies play on it. Yeah, honestly, I think of consoles as like little kids things nowadays. Not really for adults.
Yeah, but the basic thing is that you can get a 4K handheld device for about 900, and it does Steam and everything.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
that's the thing, right? Like, look at this. You just linked me the Steam Deck, right? Yeah, this is a Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck is
What?
an emulator for
Here's the
actual
problem with the
PC.
Steam Deck. It's actually kind of a piece of shit.
I didn't link you a Steam Deck.
Oh, what the fuck? It's another one? It's an
That's an
Asus,
Asus
Republic of Gaming Ally. Oh my god, everyone's making these now. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Steam Decks aren't even like the only people that make them now. Like the market for the handheld stuff is exploding because it's now finally technologically viable.
If I didn't buy that $4,000 gaming laptop, I would have bought this, but it wasn't out yet.
This is pretty cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a Oh my god. You little autistic fuck. He's like he's got RGB. That's
It makes you play better.
I have a
makes
Steam
you
Deck.
play
too.
better.
It's a paperweight.
Well, J-Rod says it's pretty good. So, big thinkies. Roommate
Yes,
says, I'll
that's
send
like how
some
people say
expired
Linux
army
is good.
rations, lol. Ooh, boy, I can turn into that one channel that eats expired rations and goes to the hospital.
Yeah, talk about like let's do exotic mukbang.
Exotic mukbang. Today we're trying Boer War rations.
Wow.
Oh
And
my
that's
You know
how
what's
kids
funny?
ended up in
it's
the hospital.
calcified.
You know the funniest part about that, right? That man ate a shit ton of like century-old food
Yep, and
and
survived.
one fucking Chinese PLA ration almost killed him.
Yeah, it was a modern one, wasn't it?
Relatively, yeah. I mean, that's because, the People's Liberation Army. They make the rations because they're stipulated to, right? But they're not actually, like everything in the PLA's army, or in terms of like equipment or whatever, or rations, none of it's actually meant to be used. It's basically why China's considered the paper tiger of the world. Because they look intimidating, but in reality, their rations are crap, their guns are crap,
I mean,
everything's
Most of the
crap.
stuff doesn't
Hold on,
actually
yeah.
do anything.
I want you to imagine, Kibbs, that they cook all of those ration meals in gutter oil,
Oh,
and then they package it up and seal it.
no.
Yeah, you have. If you don't know what gutter oil is, chat, you have lived a safe life.
You have lived. I don't know
I
how
am
you would got to
envious.
this point and not know what gutter oil is, okay? Because I know what gutter oil is, and you know what? It's time to just chat. Gutter oil is. You know what? Never mind. I've heard of
Don't.
me. No, they
Kids
don't.
wanted to
Yell in the
ruin
saga.
innocence.
No, if they don't know now, then they're very lucky. True.
Also, thank you for a membership for being for 24 months, Lizard Soda. I'm having a fucking stroke.
And thank you for your long-term support, Lazy Soda. We appreciate you more than you could possibly
Also,
imagine.
chat. This is why you don't. If you ever go to any food stall, when it's like, if you ever go to China, which you shouldn't, never go to any of the food stalls.
Yeah, there's some countries you don't eat street food from, and China is one of those such nations.
But Bucky, I've always heard people always say the street food in China is the best.
Yeah, I've also watched Chinese women just eat the head off of a live frog.
No, it's fresh.
Yeah, that's gross. That's
You didn't-
gross.
I can go get you that video, Gibbs. Hold on.
No, I think I'm good. I think-
You see all the innards and like organs in the frog, and she's just chewing it in her mouth. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm glad I finished eating before I showed up. Thank you, Bucky.
Yeah, I made a pesto sandwich right here, and it's.
You're a pesto.
Actually, how much is
How does
one
the
of those?
imagine it's a frog, Gibbs?
I like frogs. I like frogs.
You like frogs, Gibbs?
Not to eat though. Not to eat.
Well,
Harlot says, I finished donating the 50 for my fish and hoy.
Nice.
Good little harlot.
Thank you for your donation. Congratulations. Nice. Let's put that on a tray, says Smashin. He got a reference. He knows.
Yep.
Let's put that on the tray. I hate that line.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Because what if some of the things he puts on the tray I don't want. I don't want it all.
I'm glad I don't know what this reference is to.
This is a channel that specializes in old war rations, and eating
Yeah,
it.
MREs.
I know
MREs.
of it, but I've never seen anything of it.
I think one of the
It's cool,
best
but
ones...
creepy and scary, I guess.
Yeah.
Just because what he's eating is probably going to kill someone at some point.
Yeah, or
Mhm.
could be considered
Arlet
biological
says,
weapons.
I watched a video of a man smoking a steak with cigarettes.
Oh look, there's a video of a woman eating extremely dangerous centipede kibs that Boo just posted in the stream.
No. Mm-mm.
Thank you, Boo.
Delete that.
Delete it. Get rid of it. I don't like it.
Now, going back to games. Another game, because we're talking about Nintendo and handhelds. God damn it. Halsey donated $2.
Yes,
Frogs are
$2.
tasty.
Frogs are tasty.
Tastes like chicken. Yeah, you should.
Kibs, would you eat a mountain chicken?
What's a mountain chicken?
It's a mountain chicken.
What's a mountain chicken?
It's a chicken.
What does that
From the mountain.
mean?
From the mountains.
Is it just a regular
Yeah.
chicken? That was just
It's a mountain chicken.
This is a joke. This is a meme. This is a deception. You're trying to deceive me.
You won't eat a frog, but will you eat a mountain chicken, Kibs?
Would I?
I don't know.
I think I know what you're doing.
What is he doing?
He's tricking you, obviously.
Well, would you eat a mountain chicken, Kibbs?
No. Out of safety, no. They're going to change my mind later, but if I eat it, then I'm screwed.
Okay, well, Kibs, why don't you type in mountain chicken into your search bar?
Chatfish are spoiling. It's a frog.
It is. It's commonly known as a mountain chicken or giant ditch frog.
Oh my fucking a ditch frog. What the fuck?
It is a critically endangered species of frog. Wow, Bucky's wanting you to eat an endangered species.
Okay.
It's just it's the chicken of the mountain, Kibs. It tastes like chicken.
Yeah, we're not gonna really need audio for this. But a new Metroid Prime game was announced called Metroid Prime 4, so they're finally making another game. It's
You
been
didn't finish the name, Kibbs. It's Beyond.
Beyond. It's been many
Yeah.
years. The Prime series is a refreshing take on the Metroid series, back in the GameCube era. So I don't know what they're going to do to be different this time. Because, it was the first transition from side-scroller to first person.
They could just do the standard thing of being good.
Yeah, they could just make it a good game.
I mean, it looks kind of cool. We saw this a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a higher res Prime.
It looks like the first Halo game.
Like the way her arm cannon pulses, the UI, this just is Prime again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in the name.
It's actually showing, like, the
Very-
war now a little bit more.
Very cartoony.
Because Metroid always talks about the actual events going on with the space pirates and how they're raiding planets, but they never really show them in gameplay.
Yeah, mostly because they can't handle that much stuff on screen.
The
What was
Nintendo
the-
consoles have never been super powerful.
What was the Halo? Not Halo. The Metroid spooky game.
Dread?
It's not Dread. Dread's not that spooky, but it did have horror moments.
Okay.
I think you're referring to. No, that's Zero Mission.
It's probably Dread.
Most of the Metroids have a bit of spoopiness to them at points. The Holes on
Yeah,
80
yeah.
donates $2. Is this a new announcement for Metroid?
Yes.
I mean, it's in the
As
title.
new as 4 months ago. But we're
Yeah,
talking about
crazy.
games that are new and up and coming. Things that are worth looking forward to. But yes, Beyond is an upcoming game that we have something to look forward to. Which, actually, all things considered,
Boogie's-
the Metroid games are pretty fun.
Booga's saying
Trans
yes, but to use
bisexual
them.
lighting logo game is going to be shit.
The what game? Lighting logo?
Go back to the logo and how it's lit. He's like, it's clearly gay.
What? What logo? I don't remember seeing it. Oh, this?
Yeah.
Because it's
It's-
purple
and
and
look-
white.
Oh my god, just because it's
It's just
purple.
blue.
It's the Veil Guard of Metroids.
Oh
There you
no!
go. That means it's gonna do well, right?
Right?
Right? It's like Veilguard. Veilguard colors.
I remember all the game journalists telling me that Veil Guard was a huge commercial success.
They lied. Oh my god, is this new trailer for fucking Sin's gonna, or Sins? Fucking Sid Meier's gonna have, like, is that Sid Meier? Or is that Sid? Is that you?
It's Sid Meier.
Is it
Is that-
the
is that-
Sid Meier?
Is that John Sid Meier?
Yes, we can't hear.
Civilization?
We can't hear it on our side because you don't have Claw in here to stream it.
Fuck, I'll go get Claw. Claw! We must get Claw Chatfish! Whoa!
Yeah.
Claw.
Next
You
one.
can ignore the law when you have the Claw.
Next one.
I don't know if that's true.
Looking back 30 years ago, Civilization was created during a time when we were still learning what games could really be. We were searching
Then we
for
gave
that
up.
next big challenge
We
to
gave
take
up.
on, which led us to thinking, what could be greater?
Oh, it is the
Putting
Sid
the
Meier.
entire history of the world into a video
Oh,
game
Civilization.
and make it fun. 3 decades later, it's because of your passion, your love for Civ, that we're still here today. In every game of Civ, you've gone on a journey to build an empire to stand the test of time. And now the journey continues. Prepare to take
Why do I
it
feel like
one more
Sid
time.
Meier isn't actually directly
February
involved in
11th,
this, and they just got him for the trailer?
When we launched Civilization
Because that's
7
probably what's
across
happened.
PC and consoles, all on day one, for the first time in franchise history. This is by far the biggest, the most ambitious game we've ever made at Firaxis. It represents a significant gameplay evolution for the Civ franchise, and it's a game we plan to support for many years to come.
It's okay,
Today,
but it doesn't actually
we'll
look that
about
good
the vision
visually,
of
all
the
things
game,
considered.
the driving force
Or
that
stylistic, I
inspired
guess.
Our biggest new feature. You'll see your Civ world brought to life like never before, and you'll discover why Civilization 7 promises to be a revolutionary new chapter in this franchise that we all love so dearly.
Oh dearly.
Please enjoy.
Please let me
Please.
develop the game. He just cries.
He just says please.
Civilization is the foundation
President of Firaxis Games.
Whether you've been
Oh,
playing
no.
since MS-DOS days or have joined us more
Let's
recently.
rewind that. Look at this. An old game developer, right?
Those are the
Ancient,
eyes of a
wise.
sad man.
He's sad, right? This is the eyes of evil. The eyes of hate.
Sid
The
Meier.
eyes of Sauron.
The passion in
When
his
you
eyes
walk
is
around
gone.
our studio,
Yeah, I know.
you feel the energy and excitement. You can see how inspired
Looked like he was about to cry.
And
We're
build
so
the
The,
next
the
Inspired.
smile does not reach the eyes.
Civilization is the ultimate historical strategy game. Your goal in Civ is to build an empire to stand the test of time. You select a civilization led by a famous
Looks kinda like Bill
historical
Gates.
leader and guide your Civ's journey across the entire span of human history. You shape your empire.
He said,
piece
whatever
by
happened to
piece,
Beyond?
from what
Beyond
technologies
Earth?
you want to research to what
Oh, boy.
civics you want your society to uphold. And you compete with others on
It was
the
a cool
world
idea as a
stage,
spin-off, but didn't work out.
engaging in diplomacy,
Hostage video says
negotiating
chat.
alliances, and sometimes going to war.
Only sometime.
She's speaking gibberish, Cab. I'm scared.
Stop!
Empire has always been represented by a single civilization. You play through the entire span of history as that one
I
civilization.
like how the audio's slightly off.
This time around,
I
we
know,
want to take you
yeah.
on a new journey.
So you play through the whole history.
For the
So
first time ever in Civilization
Aztecs, you
7,
just stop?
The story of your empire isn't just
Okay,
that
come
of a
on.
single
You played
city,
fucking Civ games
but
before,
several
you little fucking
connected
muppet.
together through time. At the dawn of each new age of human advancement, you'll select
Oh
a
God, this
new
is quite
civ
long.
to represent your empire. You'll
Yeah.
build on and carry
22
forward your
minutes.
previous achievements.
All right.
One
I will
life
not be baited into sitting here for 22 minutes. Video.
well, they tell you about how great the game is without showing really.
It's gonna be
significant
worse than the
gameplay.
last one, even. It'd be a
So-
great idea.
So what
Actually,
they said
it's
is that
gonna
you
be
will
hard. I
not
really hated the
have
last
the
one.
same civilization throughout the entirety of the game.
Wait, so you
said-
switch? That doesn't make any
That's what
sense.
that's what he was just saying as you started to say. That you
Oh
wanted to
no,
listen to
they're
it.
doing the Arya thing, or whatever that thing
Mhm.
game was called. Where you,
Humankind.
where you start as like a civilization and then you shift on the way up. And while that
Yep.
sounds neat mechanically, that's incredibly lame because it's like
Uh-huh.
a civilization's culture doesn't just magically become Roman and then go back to being tribal Native American. Like what?
I want to be.
Tribe?
I want to be. We was Romans.
We
Yeah,
was
start
Native
off as an
Americans
African
and
tribe.
sheep.
Become Norse. Switch to Romans.
Mm-hmm.
And then have the end, like have my guy who has a big gap in his teeth, and he like looks at the screen. He says, "We was kings," and then
Become samurai.
Yeah, exactly.
we was kings and shit.
Become samurai.
Oh my god, we just appropriate Japanese culture like they do with the Shadow game. It's like it's mine now.
You made this?
I made this.
I made this. Catches fire.
The only thing I think of that is super duper squeck is like this right here. That looks exactly like the fucking OG, and I think that's the reason. That's about it.
No, that's a good little piece of art there. It looks nice.
I like that. That'd look great
That's
on the
probably
box.
the only thing that will like all this game is gonna be is the same stuff but attempt at prettier graphics.
The big thing is, yeah, it does look visually all right in certain areas, in certain lights. Looks neat, but the big thing is I'm not a big fan of the culture shifting thing. I guess the big problem with Sid Meier's Civ is that they lost me after Sid Meier's 6. It just wasn't quite the same. So I'm interested to actually see how this one turns out, assuming they reverse some of the things. Because 6 was a... I don't know about you guys, how you feel, but I thought 6 was sort of way off the mark with these kinds of games.
Did 6 have the whole climate change stuff in it?
I don't remember
Yeah,
that, but I do know your workers fucking just evaporate after they work. What?
What?
There was a DLC I remember, if I remember correctly, that added climate catastrophes that only occurred if you fucked up the climate. Specifically.
That might have been 6, I guess. That could have been back during when people believed there was like this thing called global warming and stuff.
You say that like it's a past tense thing.
It is a
People-
past test thing. It's
that
no
people
longer
believe.
it's no longer called global warming. It's changed into
I remember
climate change.
Kibbs.
I remember global cooling.
Yeah.
They've changed the
They,
name.
they realized that was stupid, so they.
Well,
so
the
they're like,
problem
"It's
is
climate
every
change."
time they do that, where they're like, it's gonna change in 10 years, and then the 10 years go by and nothing happens. Like, it's actually warming up in 10 years, and it's like you don't actually know, do you? And it's like,
All right,
The world's
Chad,
gonna.
no.
All the world's water supply is gonna dry up.
The
in
big
20
problem
years.
before anyone says anything.
I heard that one in fucking middle school. Great.
Oh my god, how's that even making sense? Where's the water gonna go?
It's gonna dry up. We're gonna drink all the water, kid.
It's
Drink
just gonna
it.
evaporate into space.
Yeah, we're gonna drink all the water.
When you
Come on.
drink water, what happens to water? You sweat it out. It fucking
disappears.
pisses out.
Disappears, kid. It
You-
disappears. You know that.
It doesn't go anywhere
Basic-
else.
You know, matter gets
Basic
destroyed and it's
ecosystem,
gone
yeah.
The
forever.
odds are when
It's
you're
just a
drinking
fact
water,
of
you're
life.
drinking dinosaur spit at some point.
Hold on. I want.
No,
does
it's
anybody
obviously-
remember? Does
it
anybody
just
remember? Quiet. Does anybody remember when the Great Barrier Reef was going away because of the global warming?
Yep.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
stopped
they
talking about that
Yeah, you know why they stopped talking about it?
because it wasn't going
Didn't
away.
it get grow?
Yeah, it's been growing at the fastest rate it's ever done.
Oh my!
It's almost
fuck
like
God.
CO2 and stuff is good for plant growth and other things.
We'll put it on me wish list because I'll
It sounds
probably
like
grab it
life
first
goes
when it
through a
comes out.
cycle. You know.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know,
Life is a highway.
life finds a way.
Now, one thing I will
Yeah,
say that
that-
makes me want to blow my brains out is this right here:
Yes.
70
Look at it,
USD.
And let's be
purchase.
honest. Let's be honest. It's probably gonna be at least the 100 version because they're gonna
Look,
have a
kids.
buy early to get a couple days.
Founders Edition, Gibbs. Look at the Founders Edition.
Yeah, you want it, Kim. You want to be a
Yep.
founder of this game.
5 days early.
Oh my God, that's the streamer. That's the streamer ransom
That's the
fee.
streamer one.
Oh
Mhm.
fuck.
How much more is the Founders Edition?
Oh. Chat.
Yes.
All right, chat. Hey, how you doing? So, who wants to get their chatfish on a Civ? Let me. They're just looking at me.
Does Cheffish even want to watch you play it? That's the bigger question.
Well,
Do
Let's
does
imagine-
Cheffish
I'll get-
really want Kib to waste this much
They're
money?
just staring at their phones like.
Well, here you can also offer to play with them.
Yeah, if
All
anyone can
catfish
afford
on
it.
should just be dead.
Yeah.
Who has a fortune to throw around, Cheffish?
Oh my God. Well, it's something
Yeah,
that
Bucky, just buy everyone. A
we
copy
will
of the
stream
Founders
this
Edition, please.
regardless, but it might not get a thumbnail because the price is so goddamn steep.
Silverin says, "I do like this new streamer tax."
I fucking hate streamer taxes. Streamer
So
taxes
before
are
we forget-
so expensive.
Real Holstein donates $5. Says, I like the idea of the districts in Civ 6, but every other idea they had was vomit inducing.
Yes. Like, oh my god. The big thing that broke me, the first thing that broke me in Sid Meier's. Here, let's open up Steam. Where is it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure I still own it. Where is it? Sid.
Oh yeah,
I
there's
only
no
own the
way
boxes.
Draconis could play this.
I'm like, I have way more Civ games than this. Wait, really? I only have that many? Oh, I have more. But I've got them all on CD. Where did it go? This is the new one? Well, that looks awful. I have 5 hours in this. Yeah, no, I couldn't get into this because as soon as I saw how workers work, where you build a worker and you have to spend turns building it, right? And then you're like, okay, build a road, and then they just disappear, and I'm like,
We built a road. We've ceased to exist.
like, how did you just die?
They built it with their bodies.
They're like, so yeah, that's like, it's Chinese building simulator. It's like, well, what's the wall built out of? And looks at it, sees blood
People.
oozing. Like, dang. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like it. I want Sid Meier's Civilization to go back to being like Sid Meier's Civ 3, which I don't have on Steam. God damn it. Thought I did.
So, that little splash screen there, Kibbs. What 4 characters are those?
That's Abraham Lincoln, some lady, some other lady, and a pharaoh from the looks of it.
Just some pharaoh.
I don't fucking know. I can't
Racist.
tell.
Like, that art
Racist.
style is kind of hideous.
It is hideous. I don't like it. The big thing is I also did not like the art style of this. Like, the art style of the new Sid game, I do like the art style a lot more here, where it's a little bit of pseudo-realism, but stylistic. The big thing I like is I love the fucking, oh my god. I love the look of the vehicles. They look nice. The tanks and stuff. And that's about where that ends. It's a nice stylistic, pseudo-realistic look. The T-34 looks pretty cute. Look at it, T-34-85.
Coot.
Oh, well. T-34-85.
Little cootie batootie.
Oh my god. Third game was my fave. Sid Meier's Civilization 3 was my first PC game. Complete edition, whatever it was called.
Galactic
Stop playing that.
Civilization's better.
I did. Galactic Civilization 2 specifically is better. Galciv 2
I would say 3 is still better.
was the game I ran into. 3? No, you mean 4.
4. Yes, I mean 4.
We don't talk about 3. 3 is kind of like the little bastard child that looks sad. It's like, it's all mutated. Personally, I prefer Galciv 2, but as far as Sid Meier's Civ games go, Sid Meier's Civ 3 was my favorite. Nothing can quite come close to that one. That one's so good. So goofy looking. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh my god, you need to see this. Look, this is the one that I remember fondly. It was so good. The cool thing about this one is it had resources, and there was like 3D models for like the characters, and it was like, wow, that's so cool. And like you could see your city as it was built up. It was super cool.
I'm gonna add a couple of stuff into the channel.
All right, what is it? Let's take a look at this Bucky-Boo stuff. Oh boy, we got a couple things in here. We gotta scroll up.
Let's see. Probably gonna be Chinese malware,
No.
Fringe, and
Dune Awakening. Now that's something I'm actually I hate
Level
to say.
Infinite's 10 cent.
Hold on, just you. Now, Dune Infinite is something that is... It's also owned by China sluts. But this is a game that I'm actually pseudo looking forward to. And I just can't wait to have my hopes ruined. It's going to be great.
I hope it will be good.
The
'cause
problem
it
with
could be a lot
Funcom
of fun.
is if we talk about their reputation, right? So let's
They're
talk...
not fun.
Let's talk about Funcom. First of all, the name is Funcom of their studio. That is probably the worst name you could possibly pick as a game developer. It does not strike me as you're going to make fun games. And when I scroll through here, I don't see anything that stands out to me as good.
Free to play, free to play.
Overpriced.
Actually, most of
Conan
it's not
Chop.
that overpriced, like $30.
Talking about Conan Kips.
Oh, that. But like this is like the first time I've seen Funcom put something out that looks good. Now this is something I would shut the fuck up. This is something that I'd advise cautious optimism towards, because again, a lot of these like trailers are scripted, but it is something to keep an eye on because it could be cool. We'll have to wait and see.
The idea of it sounds very interesting.
It looks like a not a Destiny thing, but it does look like a looter shooter.
It's supposedly like
Supposed
a
to-
open world sandbox where you can go and build your base anywhere, and then there's like this area in the desert that you go to, and other people can spawn in the desert, and that's where you like do a lot of the PvP, and there's like PvE like raids and bases you got to do to get supplies and resources, and like the S.T.A.L.K.E.R hunt you at night and stuff. Like it's got some cool
The
ideas.
way it's described and shown is what it sounds like what Conan like Exiles was supposed to be like.
It definitely has the stylized art rather than the realistic.
Yep, they went for stylism, which I think is a good choice. Honestly, I wish more games would go for a little bit more stylism because graphics have sort of plateaued. It's honestly the best way to go versus photorealism. But yeah, it's a game I'm cautiously optimistic for. We're gonna try this when it comes out. This one.
What do you
might
think
be
they're gonna
okay.
ask price for it? Also, do we know if it's gonna
70.
be an early access?
I am almost sure it's gonna be 70.
If it's 70, I'm gonna blow my brains out.
I know that they've been doing closed tests through Twitter where people can basically, if they retweet, you'll get a chance to get invited.
I'd rather blow my brains out than do that.
But supposedly
gonna
they've been having
retweet for them.
quite a few tests.
Well, yeah, you can like build your own ships and stuff. Like this could be cool. This is a game I've got a high level amount of like excitement towards, mostly because community-wise this could be really fun. Lovely
could be.
desert, nothing for hours, and content is somewhere. Listen, the desert's supposed to be filled with nothing.
Also, based on that map, that's not filled with nothing.
This map is actually a little bit not canon because it's very stuffed full of
Well,
things.
it's also
a crashed spaceship.
an alternate history, alternate universe version of Dune.
Like every Dune video game, all Dune video games are alt histories. In this one,
Which is
Paul
why-
Atreides isn't born, or he's dead or something.
When I heard that, I became a lot more interested in the game because I thought initially it was meant to be
Look at
more
the T-Rex.
following the
Fuck.
actual story.
You didn't see the art. You didn't see the rock. It looked like a fucking T-Rex.
I'm gonna see
Or,
this.
it looks like
That's a worm.
Godzilla.
It's a sandworm.
No, keep going, Kibbs.
Oh my god, it's a little mouth.
That's a Godzilla, not a
Yeah, it's
T-Rex.
God damn it. But I'm actually kind of interested in this game.
I am Well, I'm not necessarily optimistic. I'm hopeful. It's good.
Because there's gonna be
like the
cities. I
atmosphere.
hope the cities aren't bad.
I hope they don't try to make it an MMO. I'd rather just
I
have a
can't
big,
wait.
open, potentially large game.
I
Not
can't wait for the cities to be barren.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's what they were going in Exiles.
like I said. The game gives me the feeling of it's meant to be what Conan Exiles should have been.
That's what it feels like from the trailers. Because Conan
Yeah.
Exiles was supposed to have these big cities, right? But it didn't. I don't have any
Yeah.
more cold tea.
Conan Exiles had a lot of ideas and plans. that they
never
had
got
out that-
realized.
Yes, and this is basically the same kind of thing, but it looks like it's a lot more put together than Conan Exiles was.
The combat classes also look good because you can be like a mentat, and you can have like special powers, or you be like soldier, like assassin characters.
My special power is math.
It's like it's advanced calculus. It's basically like an ability they
They'll
have.
probably make it a crafting character.
Probably.
Your character's meta, therefore they can craft all the cool shit.
My character's super smart.
Me, good
But
at counting.
I have the full expectation this is just gonna be Conan, but the reskin to be
If it's
to be
Conan, but
Dune.
actually with the mechanics that we're supposed to have, that'll actually be just good. Though.
Kibbs is banned from playing mentat. Why? Oh, because it's math. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, yeah, just because the character's smart doesn't mean the player is Kibbs.
Look, Kibbs the Tumbler from Batman.
Oh my god, it is little Batman tank.
A super heavy ornithopter. That's cool.
Yeah, the thing is, it's got combined arms gameplay with like vehicles, combat.
Yeah, everyone
aircraft.
there is dead.
I like how
That's
the,
a
I like how
fucking
the
huge
tanks
worm.
just phase through the fucking teeth. I watched. That.
Don't worry about that.
It's like.
I'll fix it in post.
But yeah, this actually looks good. Like this actually looks promising. I got hope for this.
I think this might be an early access.
It's going to be. I almost guarantee you it's going to be an early access
And
title.
I still really hope they don't push it as an MMO.
I don't think it is an MMO. Oh no, it is. Well, it's
Yeah.
it's the same kind of MMO that is like
That like Ark is. Yeah,
So,
but like if it's like that,
based
what's-
on what we know
servers?
about the game, right? There's big giant spaceships. You know, there's big giant ornithopters. There's big giant tanks and
Ornithopters,
harvesters.
yeah.
And there's going to be large NPC cities where you can go to trade. There's going to be one for each major faction, Atreides and Harkonnen in the base game. The Sardaukar raid you at night and do stuff like that, and then the other factions you can also fight or interact with, and there's also the Fremen. I think the Fremen are extinct in this one. It's like also hypothetical that they're in hiding or something.
They could also just be DLC.
I mean, if it's that many
Probably.
houses actively fighting on the planet, the Fremen probably would be
They'd be in
in
hiding.
hiding. Yeah.
Because basically the War of Assassins got authorized by the Emperor in this setting, much like in the Westwood version. In the Westwood version, basically the Emperor did the same thing and let the houses basically war over it, with the only thing being that nuclears or atomics were prohibited from damaging the planet.
Mm-hmm.
J-Rod donates $5. Because if you tried the RTS Terminator Dark Fate Defiance, I really appreciated keeping my favorite Abrams tank alive mission to mission.
That game had interesting ideas, and I did try it as a RTS enjoyer. But the big problem I had with it is that it was too rough. Like, I'm not looking for RTSs that are just average or side grades to RTSs we've already had. I played almost every RTS ever made, and I own almost all of them. Almost all of them. I have every version of CNC that you can imagine for every system. For PS2, or PS1, sorry, fucking Sega Saturn, for N64, for PC, and I've got it like 4 different times. And I played them all. I'm so sick of RTSs at the moment, not necessarily as a genre, but as a stagnant genre. I'm tired of games just being side grades with the genre, and I want to see something new actually made. Something refreshing, something with new mechanics, new features and functions. Something that takes the genre
64
forward.
was great.
StarCraft 64, it was leggy, but it was fun to play
It
too.
was.
You
It
could
was
do the horde mode
mess.
mission,
So-
which was fun.
But it was fun.
So in the Dune Awakening Kibs, is Leto still leading Atreides or no?
I don't really remember 100%
I
what
would
the story
guess
is. I think he
It's
might be.
still a Leto. I mean, it
Yeah,
would have
Duke
been a
Leto
Atreides,
survived
obviously.
right there. It says it right there. Duke Leto survived the assault on Iraqi.
Where are you reading that? Oh, right here?
A wrecking.
Where is it?
Right there. That's the second line.
And Lady Jessica gave a daughter instead of a son.
Oh, like she was supposed to. Okay. So basically, she did, instead of giving a son, which pisses off the Bene Gesserit, she actually gave a daughter. So this is going down the hypothetical timeline of what the Bene Gesserit want, which is basically to try to marry the two houses.
Well, they're trying to create their Kwisatz Haderach or whatever it's called,
Yep, they're super bro.
so that they can effectively control the future.
But wasn't Paul just that?
Paul was.
Yeah, he came before they wanted him to.
Yep, he wasn't supposed to come as soon as he did.
Don't come.
Don't come. I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna kill
Tarantine donates 50 Nox. Would Kibbs buy it if the remake/remade? I'm gonna get Star Wars Empire at War, where the game engine and whatnot can use a lot more RAM.
I would, because I do like Star Wars as a setting, and I also like the idea of the RTS, but they have to remake it. The ground battles in Star Wars Empire War kind of suck. The space battles are fun, but they could use more meat to it, like 3D axis. The ability to fire and worry about like different modules on a ship is really cool. But they should make it less meta. You shouldn't be able to aim. The biggest problem Star Wars Empire War has is that you can specifically aim at each module, be like, target that gun, target that gun, target that gun. And so what it turns into is focused firing down little turrets, which is not good. What it should be is it should be simulating, right? The ships are firing at each other like World War II battleships, which is how George Lucas envisioned Star Wars battles. Because that's what it is, World War II dreadnoughts, basically, or World War I dreadnoughts in space. And basically wailing on each other. And then if they hit those components, they hit it by random, you know? Rather than you micromanaging it. Because the micro unironically ruins the game, in my opinion.
Yeah. Because does it just be broadsides, and then the only things that are supposed to be movable and targetable are the point defenses on the ship.
What about the people that just want to have micro and only micro?
Well, the thing is, the micro ships shouldn't be the capitals. The capitals should just wail on each other like they do in the movies. The micro should actually be the squadrons. That should be the thing you're microing. And then they're maneuvering around the capitals. because the capitals are there to sit up and soak damage. Because again, remember, World War II, Star Wars is heavily inspired by World War II. It's World War II space battles, basically. And so the idea is that the capitals wail on each other while the fighters and squadrons do all the heavy lifting and work. Because it's the torpedo bombers and stuff like that in World War II that did, the actual sinking for a lot of things.
Also, Kibbs.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go find it, but there's a new Star Wars game coming out.
It's gonna be shit, isn't it? I don't even know about this.
It's an open world game.
It's by Ubisoft, isn't it?
Quantic.
Quantic? Okay, well, that's not Ubisoft, so maybe there's hope for mankind? I doubt it.
Maybe.
Quantic.
Just gave Leto Atreides a son, Paul, instead of a daughter. This pissed off everyone. Also, Leto was building an army capable of rivaling the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and thus the Emperor. Yes. And he was also very well connected with the Landsraad. So he also had a lot of support from the other houses.
I'll post it down. It's another game Kibbs can be sad about.
What are you doing to me?
Also, Playkit asks,
Star Wars Eclipse.
have you played
Quantic
Nobunaga's
Dream, yeah.
Ambition, Kibbs?
Ever played what?
Nobunaga's Ambition.
Plague asked that, didn't he?
Yes.
Yep, it's a
Weeb
Plague
game.
question.
It's Three Kingdoms.
I've looked at that. I've tried one
That's
of them.
not Three Kingdoms.
It's Japan.
Nobunaga? Oh yeah. Fuck.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms. is the
Mix
bigger
up
one.
these fucking
up.
Asian names.
I've tried it. It was very Didn't really care for it too much. Oh boy, let's read. Ugh, fucking Christ, I'm not sure to read on stream. Cursed! I don't like all the cursory glances on stream. Star Wars Eclipse is still in development at Quantic Dream. Although it's been a while since the studio delivered any firm updates, the developer best known for Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. Okay, so I'm not very optimistic here anymore.
Yeah,
Has
it's,
been
it's the David Cage games.
has been hard at work on this adventure for years now. Yeah, probably because the team has no expertise on a sandbox game. They were making linear games, so they had to relearn how to do shit. That's what happens when you take a dev team that has only experience working on one style of game. I'm like, you're gonna make RPG. It's like, what the fuck is that?
We make visual novels.
you make
They're
first-person
major
shooters. Like, out there, built to leverage choice and consequences in a vast High Republic era. Oh! No! High Republic era.
Your favorite time period, Kibbs.
No.
What's wrong, Kibbs?
Here's the problem with this. This is Disney shit. Fuck no. Fuck no. No.
What's wrong?
Okay,
What's
so
wrong, Kibbs?
here's the problem with the High Republic, right? It's kind of cool, the idea of it leading into the Clone Wars and stuff like that, and Phantom Menace actually takes place at the tail end of the High Republic, right? And then Attack of the Clones, only at the end of the movie does the High Republic era sort of end there, right? Because all before then, it was the High Republic era. Here's the issue with the High Republic era. Only stuff that really happened was at the tail end. That was it. The whole big thing about the High Republic era in lore, if you know anything about Star Wars, is that it was an area of unprecedented peace and prosperity, the likes of which the galaxy had not seen, and the reason why the Republic got so bloated and corrupt for Palpatine to do what he did, and the Sith to return, was because they had become so corrupt and so fat with the peace they had had.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kibbs. All I know is this game's probably going to start with that quote of maybe a time of peace or whatever. And it's like, but this is the true story behind that era. And it's just going to be covert operations by fucking Jedi attacking fucking Sith and shit.
It's like it was like, actually, there was lots of Sith during the High Republic era. And not only were there lots of Sith, but they were actually fighting a covert fucking Cold War the whole time. And they actually knew about each other. And Yoda being like, oh my god, the Sith are returning, was actually just more like, oh my god, because he had thought he defeated them last year, the year before, you know. It wasn't that they had been gone for 1,000 years. It's not that the Jedi Order had grown complacent and corrupt, it's that the Jedi Order just became dumb overnight. Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Well, how else do you think they're going to be able to pull that off?
Because there's going to be no Sith, it's just going to be Jedi, and then it's like, okay, well, Jedi are just... So, how, as George Lucas envisioned it, Jedi represent balance, period. End of sentence. That means that, okay, the Jedi are there, they're going to be the peacekeepers. Yeah, you're going to be settling qualms between different planets, and that could be interesting, like the Trade Federation fucking around, because the Trade Federation's always fucking around with somebody. That could be cool, but the reality is that that'll be cool for like a mission or two, and then what? Like, you can't say that there was a big war or a big invasion, because there wasn't. It's why the Republic was demilitarized. So,
I want it to be where you meet. I want you meet Anakin Skywalker before fucking Obi-Wan does, and that you go.
he's like
you
an
save
infant.
him.
Yep.
Yeah, you save him, and like in this action, you could tell, like he has a great destiny or some bullshit.
Oh my
And then he
god.
moves on.
It's like, you know what the other problem with a lot of these Star Wars games is? They always have you go to the same like main Star Wars planets. Like, oh, we're going to Hoth. Well, what's the lore of Hoth? It was an unremarkable planet, which is why the rebellion went there. It had no history and nothing there. As far as anyone was concerned, it was a desolate wasteland. And so, why would they be there? There's no logistics. There's no nothing. And then now,
obviously,
in the current lore, it's like, yeah, 30 billion things have happened on Hoth. It's actually pretty popular, despite the fact being in bumfuck nowhere on the map. It's like Tatooine. Tatooine is bumfuck nowhere in Hut space. Yet, it's the center of everything in Hut space now.
at the very least, Jabba lives there, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, what is like the capital of the Hut, like, empire sort of thing? It's like, it's Nar Shaddaa or something like that, if I remember right. Or Nal Hutta. Nar Shaddaa is one of the big ones, right? But Nar Shaddaa is never used in hardly anything. Only in some of the extended universe stuff, like post original trilogy, when they were making the video games and stuff. Because then that's when the extended universe writers were like, okay, let's make the galaxy have planets and stuff that are not just Tatooine.
Star Wars is boring. You're Fox, you're right.
Well, it's boring now.
It is because there's nothing to it anymore.
It's
all gone.
Nothing. Like,
Except Star-Killer.
well, I think they decanonized him. I think everything's decanonized.
My
Focus
issue
on
with
the cry
that
now, Kibbs.
is that they can't decanonize him because he is Disney Star Wars.
They can. You know why? Because they don't care. They don't care about anything. They decanonized everything.
Oh no, they did decanonize everything, and then the Force Unleashed came out. So they wiped everything, but then Star-Killer came out.
No, Bino didn't get a win, chat. Bucky is right. Modern Star Wars is boring. But Bino's understanding of Star Wars is that he knows nothing. He is literally a tourist, and he always does this. He is like such a tourist level thinking. He's like, is it Tatooine and stuff? And it's like, okay, well, what about the extended universe? He's like, I don't know about that. And he's just like,
Wow, Bino.
tourist Bino. Bino represents Disney in this context.
Bino is Disney now.
Bino
confirmed.
unironically is like, there was no Star Wars lore. Like, he is unironically Kathleen Kennedy.
Now he's a woman.
Yep. Kathleen Bino. Bino Kennedy. Yep, that's her name. There. Now that I've destroyed Bino permanently, he's gonna sit there and cope and seethe. Now while he copes,
He's been defeated utterly. Oh no.
yeah. So right now I can safely say, because the reason why I got nervous is when I scrolled down, I saw this Trade Federation Lucrehulk here, and I'm like, why is there a Lucrehulk here? Like, this is setting the tone for it's gonna be in a certain period of
Because
time.
we're gonna go back to Tatooine, and that's it.
For the 60th time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, Kibbs. Because they don't understand anything about the High Republic era, they're going to say, oh, okay, well, we have to connect it to the main story or people won't allow to play this game.
Yeah, because the extended universe isn't canon. They had to make
Yeah.
up entirely new stuff, Kibbs.
So they're gonna
awful.
start like
What else did you
5
post?
years before Obi-Wan meets Anakin.
Borderlands 4. Okay, we'll get to that last. Looking forward to.
Star-Killer was the best part of Star Wars, outside of the sex slave Big Booba aliens.
I really
Who
like
said that?
Star-Killer.
Who
There's
do you
Bino.
think said that?
It's fucking Bino.
Again, chat. Star-Killer is the best thing about Star Wars because it was the first game where they were like, fuck it, we're gonna go power heavy. It was just an unmitigated, okay, well, what if you had the Force and nothing was keeping you from abusing it?
What about Kyle-Katarn and Bino? He was amazing. Bino don't know nothing, Mango. Bino's a tourist.
What
He's
Kyle
no
Katarn?
darn.
He doesn't know Doom Guy in Star Wars.
What Kyle Katarn?
Kyle-Katarn got replaced by a woman.
He did. And then she died. which is the best thing she could have done. Which is why I like Rogue One, because they all die in the end.
In the original story, Kyle Katarn fucking Rambo'd the fucking Imperial base.
Then he got bored doing a puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the
Or trying to
Can you
get
blame him?
gameplay.
I hated that puzzle. The puzzle was annoying. Like,
I'd
see,
say it was good.
now, Chatfish, I know some of you are going to be excited little bucket bitches. Take a look at the screen.
Bitches.
So, Legacy of Kain is getting a remaster after all these years by Asper.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, Asper had a little bit
Turn
of
on the audio. Turn on the audio.
a rough history.
Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony.
The fate of this world was preordained in an instant.
What madness is this?
Am I so changed?
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
You got big boobs. But yeah, that pretty much sums up everything you know. The Legacy of Kain Soul Reavers are getting remastered. I know some Chatfishies are really, really into this series. So that's good news for you guys. Now, one thing I want to warn you about preemptively is that it is Asper, okay? And we're going to really just quickly review what Asper's done. Now, Asper did I don't know if that's out yet. No, it's not out yet. They're doing Jedi Battles. They're remastering that, which is kind of cool. Like, they're remastering a lot of more old games. And they did fucking Bounty Hunter. They did a good job there. But these are also the guys that did the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Edition. And that was a massive, massive disaster. They did a good job with Stubbs the Zombie. And so their track record's a bit muddled with their port work.
It's hit and
Stubbs the
miss.
Zombie, the one with the Halo engine.
Yes, it's the only game to ever be made in the other game made in the Halo engine. They licensed the engine and made a 1950s zombie parody game. And that's about it. The game is a niche game.
It's stubby.
But yeah, so just take that with a pinch of salt. Now, whether that means, the Legacy Kain series is getting revived, who can really say? I mean,
Probably not.
what we are going to see is that many Chatfishers are going to remember that it's actually just a bunch of puzzles, the video game.
I want to let you know, Gibbs.
Yes.
I felt like the remaster is just going to add detail, but turn off all of the ambience and just make everything brighter.
Probably.
That's entirely possible as well.
Because that seems to be every time something gets remastered, they make it super bright.
What? I can install it already? What the fuck?
You can
That says
pre-purchase it.
install Steam.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. So this is another thumbie if Chatfish wants they can buy onto, because we are going to do this. But yeah. The other game that already got a thumbie made, Chatfish are already on it, Night Dive Studios, whose director is a little insane, so just excuse him, did a pretty good job on System Shock, and they're making a remaster of the Thing video game, which is a sort of an action horror game, which had a cool, trust mechanic system.
No way. I'm not going anywhere.
Trust mechanic. You mean everyone around you is actually the thing, they just haven't revealed it yet.
I have a perfect idea.
No, you can test it.
I think you'll
Yeah, with the flamethrower.
Back damn. You like you, Faye.
damn well there's
They have the
only
original
one
voice
option.
acting, which is great.
It's over.
It ends now.
We didn't quite finish the job.
Monsters Chatfish. So yeah, some of you liked the Thing movie. The game was sort
It's
of
a classic.
an interesting take, though it was the controls are a bit awful. So we'll have to see how the remaster for the Thing turns out, if they polish up the controls and make it a little bit better. Now that's getting a PC release. So Night Dive Studios is also working on a System Shock Enhanced Edition for the second game, and they're also doing Cinema Loaded. They haven't announced the System Shock 2 on here yet, but for those who are interested, this has been in development for borderline years, by the way. So don't expect this to come out anytime soon. Night Dive Studios generally takes a long time to produce anything, but they do pretty good.
Oh, gross.
What's that?
I didn't like the remaster of that.
Look at that. I don't like that either.
Hey, look, it's brighter.
Lighting. Honestly, what's weird about this is that it's not nearly as good as their fucking System Shock one. It looks kind of like they're trying to keep that rough look, but make it look rough with high poly, which I'm not sure how that's going to look. Because if we take a look at System Shock, the remaster for System Shock, or remake is what it is. This is what it looks like. And it actually looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Sure.
Everything's actually pixely if you get close to it.
I'm not the target audience for System Shock, so I'm gonna.
They did the style very well for the game.
It's pretty in tune with the original.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought it was actually pretty good. It is one of those immersive sims where you just walk around and do stuff and then look for things.
Oh, before I forget, Prav did not show up for the meeting.
Oh, illegal.
Well, allow me to liberate. He showed up an hour late, said he's here, and then proceeded to disappear and just sit there AFK the entire time and not respond to people talking to him.
Prav knows the rules. So, the next game we're going to talk about is Helldivers 2, only briefly because there's not really a whole lot to say here. The reason this may have been released this year, but this is a game to keep your eyes on, because as time goes on, it's going to continue to get better and better and better and better. And as we've seen already, it's probably the strongest modern third-person shooter game we have in a decade, actually. So yeah, good news. Shooters
Probably
aren't dead.
game of the year.
Without a doubt. It's kind of, it feels like they just deserve it because of honestly the strongest game we got.
Will they get it?
Will they get it? Probably not.
Well, given that the Game Awards is chosen by game journalists.
Yeah, they're not going to receive it. The game is too the big problem with this game is that the game journalists call this game fascist, so they don't.
Yeah. Also, the was it the DSS is built?
So the big thing about this game, what Bucky just mentioned, the DSS. DSS basically is a space station which you can get orbital support by donating for certain things. They can call them barrages or like wings upon wings of eagle strikes and stuff like that. And so the reason why this game is a game to continue to look forward to is because its roadmap is very good. There's a lot of things. There's going to be next year at some point we're probably going to see the Illuminate. There's going to be vehicles and tanks and stuff like that. It's a game that's got a long road ahead of it, but it's a game that hit this year pretty hard and then stumbled a bit thanks to Sony. So great. But it's all in all recovered pretty good despite Sony's meddling. So yeah, this is another great title and something to keep your eyes on. Even if you haven't bought it already, it doesn't hurt to wishlist this bad boy and just keep an eye on it and let it cook a little longer, because you're only going to win in the long run because there's just more and more good stuff that keeps coming. So yeah, Helldivers 2, pretty good.
Oh, he's dead.
Tartak, I will shoot Kibbs if Dragon Age becomes Game of the Year.
Dragon is going to win Game of the Year because to own the chuds, it can't win Game of the Year.
Well, it's the games journalists that choose that.
It's not necessarily
the vote doesn't matter.
That's like Concord winning Game of the Year.
Yeah.
They're not going to win Game of the Year. It's possible. No,
no. If they win, kids, I've already warned you.
I've already warned you. Just hear me like, hey, Gibbs, what? They won. And hear me bro open the window and start running, clacking down the fucking.
Time to die, Gibb.
Gibbs just tries to clop away.
Clip.
He is a clopper.
Oh my god.
Remember the scene from the SpongeBob movie, the first one, where Patrick is waddling away with his pants down and he falls over? That's kid.
All right. What's the
You're
next
saying
one?
Kim streams with his pants down. You're saying
The next game we have is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
We've looked at it already, but
We have
It's
looked
good
at
to-
it already, but it's coming along and it's looking like it'll be probably. Now, do you have a trailer that isn't like 30 minutes? Good, good. Not pulling a Sid Meier civilization on me.
Henry.
No, we don't need the audio because it's spoilers.
hello,
But,
Henry.
hello, Henry. But yeah, it's a medieval sort of fantasy, or not fantasy, medieval. Well, you know, it's not
It's
fiction.
Czech Republic fantasy.
Bohemian.
Low
By the way-
fantasy.
By the way, Kibbs,
At this
do
point.
you have your
Historical.
air conditioning unit on?
What was that?
Do you have your air conditioning unit on?
No, why?
Because I hear wind behind you.
Oh, I turned on my fan, but I think it's blowing on my mic. There we go. Fixed.
Better.
Boog donates 20 pesos. When are you gonna do a Kibbs Award for games?
We actually are going to do that this year. So this year, if you didn't know, and I've mentioned it only a couple of times, but we're going to be doing our own game awards this year because, well, to be honest, we're the only ones that can be trusted. And the only thing that we're going to have is People's Choice.
I really like this. I might get this game.
Yeah, no, this
The
game might
first
appeal to
game,
you.
the melee
It's a big
combat
go.
was very like. It was mostly the melee combat. The game was very pretty. Was very immersive. They did a very good job presenting medieval Europe or Czech.
This
Also
game
gets
got
stuff
called racist
fantasy.
because there's no black people in it. You know,
It's
because
also
And the
got a
developer
fantasy.
laughed at people when they said that.
it's because it's like it's set in the middle of the Bohemian like kingdom.
Yes,
like,
it's meant to represent and be an accurate representation of the history, and
Yep.
so that's their first goal.
There's no Moors in this era.
Now, if
The
they make
o-
the combat less clunky, this will be a good game.
The sole problem with the first game was just that
combat was clunky.
your level determined how well you did, not your
Mm.
actual player skill.
Yeah, no,
was
skill
very
didn't matter.
clunky.
So the one thing is to bear in mind with this game, the castles, the environments, the exploration is really, really good. And
I'm fine with Henry, like Henry's skill in it determining how well you do, because you're supposed to be Henry, not you.
yep. Well, actually, no. It's kind of unintuitive when you do that because it just means the game's kind of. No, that's
Yes,
I
it
disagree.
wasn't-
No,
it-
no, shut up. I'm rewinding my opinion because I just said yes because I trusted Chumba, and I realized what he said. No, I changed my mind. That's bad.
Never trust Jumba.
So the big thing is the combat is actually the reason why I dropped Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one, because combat kind of sucked.
It's too clunky.
It's not that it's just clunky. It's that it's just like nothing you do matters because it's arbitrary levels. It's a really cool game, but that was its biggest downside. And I kind of hope they change that or fix that with this game and make it a little bit more skill based rather than just
Does Henry know this or not?
well, fuck Henry. Like Henry's kind of a muppet.
He is.
And like the whole
That's kind of that's part of the charm.
the big charm for Kingdom Come Deliverance is the fact that Henry is like it's like Deus Ex. He's JC Denton. He's kind of retarded, and that's what makes the game actually fun. Is the fact that the characters are dumb, and because they're dumb, they're charming, in a really not negative way, but in a really positive way. Like they seem believable. They're almost too human, if that makes sense. They're goofy. No.
Well, maybe beyond human.
Wow.
My God. But yeah, this is a good little RPG. This will be fun regardless. 1-by-1 fight is good, not one versus many. Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
the other big thing
The
is this:
multiplayer.
the first game's combat was good on a 1v1 duel, but another person enters the fight, and then it becomes clunky and it starts breaking a little.
I wouldn't even say it's necessarily good. It was still clunky in 1v1, but it could not do more than one person.
Yeah, it gets weird and janky. So what you have to do is always shimmy around things and shoot people in the head with arrows if you can.
And no,
Arthur puts it in an interesting way. He
Yes.
says, yeah, that's the issue. Does Henry know how to masturbate, or have you not done that quest yet? Yeah, the big problem with the game is that the first game is you couldn't do a lot of things because you had to do quests to get access
Henry
to
had
certain
to
mechanics.
learn how to do things.
And while that sounds cool on paper, it really makes it sort of like chores more like, especially if you replay value. It's like, I gotta do this quest, I gotta do this quest, I gotta do that quest.
No, I like the idea of that because like it's meant
It
to
sounds
be
neat
this
on paper,
character,
but
it
it's just on
mechanically
paper.
doesn't really work.
As a game, it's just not strong. But I'm still gonna try this game anyways, because even so, the studio's kind of based. So.
Yes.
You know,
I believe I remember seeing images of the CEO, the head of the studio.
Yep.
In the height of him getting like them trying to cancel him wearing a shirt that said "I'm a white male. How else can I offend you today?"
Yeah, no, it's a game we're gonna definitely check out, and it's a game that you can
called
purchase to get your Chatfishies on. You want to see the versions?
$80.
Look at the version, kids. $79.99.
I hope they don't do. I don't really, and I'm not a big fan of that, but as long as they don't do the early day access thing, I'll be happy.
Well, why don't you look at what it offers?
Base game, Gallant Huntsman Kit, 3 upcoming expansions, Shield Season of Passing. No early
Shield
access.
Season of Passing. So,
DLC and pre-order bonus.
like you're buying the DLCs.
For an
Yeah.
RPG game like this, you'd
Big
actually
one.
unironically want to buy the gold edition because, you know, usually RPGs you want the whole complete package, assuming it's good.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was
No
first
stream
time playing it
returns.
and fucking up and then burning alive in the fucking prison. That was funny. I was like, why am I burning? What's going
Unfortunately,
on?
I need to head to work, so you all have a good one.
Yep.
We are losing a Chumba.
See you, Chomba. Chumba! There's rocks in him. You gonna check it out? Then Baffio's joke fucked up, so he has to retype it. It's like, that's a
Autocorrect.
It's like, motherfucker. But regardless, this is a game you should definitely put on your wish list. It's definitely got some pretty good interest, and considering how many hours a lot of people got out of the last one, definitely worth checking out. Even if I couldn't quite get into it, it's a lot of content. And a lot of exploration. And goofy face masks.
Here's the weird part. I got through halfway through the actual base game, but I did all the DLC and never finished the base game.
That's funny.
I have like 50 hours in this game and I haven't beat it yet.
Wow, that's like me and Toddfield.
We got.
Well, the difference with this game is that the first game is that it was actually a good story. Dogfield doesn't.
So, the next game we're going to talk about is the Dwarf RTS. This is a indie game. This trailer is also slightly out of date because he did some massive overhauls to the visuals, so it looks a lot better. I'll show you that in a second. But this is the kind of RTS I'm actually kind of looking for because it's basically a return to the classics, but with a unique art style and unique like factions that have a lot of personality to them, but also a unique blend of mechanics, like when it comes to elevation or when it comes to how units work. So, and multi-turrets on things, like it looks good.
It looks like Command and Conquer, but reskinned.
Yeah, it's definitely inspired by that. I'm hoping that it's better. And the reason why is because I don't want a side grade. I want
look at
a new RTS.
Their vehicles look like toys.
I actually love the look of the tanks, especially the Empire tanks. Those big behemoth things, those are great. Oh, exploded. So let's see if we can find some slightly more modern pictures. Did you post news here?
Look, yes, the bases are just Command and Conquer bases. Look, it's the resource collector.
Yep, that's okay with me. All I wanted it to be is a better game than Command and Conquer. I have a relatively decent, thing.
I would love for them if they could get the actors for Command and Conquer to.
Oh my God, they get the VAs. They get Joe
Oh, yeah.
Cookin to fucking be like, I'm totally not Kain. It's like, totally not Kain. Hello.
How are you?
I am Blaine. How are you? No. This dwarf would be Dane. There you go. I'm Dane.
Dane. God damn. And it's not about dwarves, Arthur. You little horny fuck. He's like,
Dwarf.
Do you have any thoughts on Kingmakers? Is that a new game, or is he talking about like Pathfinder Kingmaker? Oh, this game. I do. This looks like it'll be fun. I don't know if you've seen this, Bucky, but this looks fun. It looks goofy as fuck, though. It's an action strategy game where you can build. The strategy part looks really bad, though, honestly. But that's not the cool part about this game.
They look like ants streaming across the fucking countryside.
It does. This is the cool part.
Oh no! Okay.
It's got an interesting premise.
It's like, we're gonna go back in time. What, are we gonna go kill it? No. We're gonna fuck up the Holy Roman Empire.
I think he's like the story premise is he's trying to change history to prevent like the apocalypse from happening. The only way to do that is to make sure a certain kingdom or something survives. This just looks like it'll be fun and dumb.
Oh fuck. Wait, hold up.
A future. I hope he can save his own.
This is just Gate, the Western version.
Pretty much, yes. He's got time travel shenanigans.
That looks funny. Well, here's the issue. If he can time travel, how the fuck is he bringing like Apache helicopters and pilots
I
with
think
him?
he can bring vehicles with him and other things. I'm not entirely sure what the
He's like,
overall
hey,
thing is.
Like, to be fair, if you told an Apache gun pilot that he could fuck up people with abandon, like, they're gonna take that 100% of the time.
You alter history and the pilot no longer exists, so the fucking thing just falls out of the sky and kills people.
This looks like it's just gonna be dumb fun, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, because it's something you don't have to take seriously.
Over the top, ridiculously large medieval battles where you have machine guns, rocket launchers, Apache helicopters. You're driving fucking trucks through people. So yeah, the whole idea is that you got to go to the past to change the future, so that instead of being an apocalypse, it's a a utopia. It's a goofy concept, but it's a game that could be fun. Oh, good. I already on my wish list. Good. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Cringe gives.
Now there's another good game coming out. Well, a good-looking game coming out that is actually looking quite exciting. It got delayed to this December for the test.
We had a dream to make the best action RPG ever.
But this is like a quiet you. I'm gonna promote you for you, you little dumbasses. Now, this is basically a if you're not happy with the fact that Diablo is super woke and kind of cringe, Path of Exile has been sort of like the step up to that, and it's sort of like the, I don't know what to call it, the continuation of
spiritual
ARPGs,
successor.
yeah. Because if you want to play like Diablo, you don't play Diablo 4. Like Path of Exile is kind of the next ARPG successor, because Blizzard sort of unironically dropped the ball there.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like Grim Dawn, Path of Exile, like there's a lot more that I don't want to keep listing them off, but
there's a lot of clones. But Path of Exile 2 looks like
Diablo 2.
the big budget one. Like, it looks good. The boss battles look cool. Like the bosses and enemy designs in this look amazing.
Booby.
There's cool Chatfish. But yeah, it looks very much like Diablo, but bleak, dark, and without the gayness.
The gain.
That's all I can say about Diablo 4.
Because there's a woman villain.
Necromancer character. The boss battles look dynamic, and I like how they feel about the environment too. Doesn't it just look good? Look good. I'm Jonathan Rogers, and I'm here to tell you that our game might be cool, so please consider buying it. If you don't,
if the characters are attractive in any sort of way, I think it'll do well.
I can't really tell. It's a top-down camera. I can't really tell.
I am sure you're allowed to choose your character in the character customization.
But they weren't fugly like Diablo characters where they look like, man, it's me.
I still like the fact that the barbarian in Diablo 4 was like, you can have this relatively male-looking character, but they have to cover the chest.
That's true. Let's see. Still an MMO? Yes, Path of Exile is always an MMO. That's how they make that's how they've been able to make this game with this amount of money.
It's free to play, and it has all the little isms that come with it being free to play.
I thought Rangers said a different word with an NGR. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, as far as like Diablo games go, this one actually looks pretty good. And the classes from when I've looked at look good, like the Necromancer, the Mage, the Druid, the Ranger. The Ranger actually looks not terrible either. It looks like it'll be a fun ARPG. Something to definitely check out, little Chatfish. See, there is hope for video games. Like, wow. It launches, it crashes. There's supposed to be a beta this December, by the way. So if you are interested, you can check it out this December when the public beta launches. Yes, I believe it launches in December. Savages. It just looks good. God damn.
It actually looks like a living world.
Distinct environments.
Six-player co-op gips.
That's actually pretty high. Normally they scale up in difficulty. Kind of creepy. Now, Dustfront is another game I forgot to put on this list, and thank you for reminding me. This game also looks very good. It looks like 40K, kind of. And it's made by a little Slav guy who's been working on this game forever, by the way. But it is actually turning out pretty good. And it's actually looking like it'll be pretty interesting.
Got a turret RTS stuff. Barrel bomb.
Yeah, this guy's been working on this game for years and years. And it's been coming along. And every time he posts more about it, it looks better and better. It's got like a campaign map with 3 different distinct factions. One's got the cool, Nazi-esque Empire-looking faction, which is always my favorite go-to because they just look so fucking cool. And then there's got this cool Eldritch Monster faction and, the sci-fi, future, clean, spacey faction. Ah, yes, the skill tree the size of Yggdrasil. The big thing about those skill trees, by the way, from Path of Exile, Chatfish, is that, bear in mind with those skill trees from this game, like, they're not that big. Like, it may look like a web, but in reality, it's like, okay, you actually only go down, like, certain paths to build your character. So, don't...
You're just allowed to see everyone else's skill tree, essentially.
Yes, you will need it like a guide initially, but Path of Exile's like web thing is actually like, okay, there's like 4 or 5 different builds.
The
like
gods cold storage.
Shut up! I don't care about the gods. The next game we have is coming out very soon, in a couple of days here, and we're going to be streaming this, and it's actually S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2.
For a friendly place.
Now, a lot of the developers unfortunately passed away because of the fighting in Ukraine, but I can't believe the fact that this game is actually being released, because I thought they would have, like, shelved it or something.
I wonder how their servers are going to hold up.
Not very well.
Wait, S.T.A.L.K.E.R single player, isn't it?
It can be both single player or multiplayer. There are
It has multiplayer?
multiplayer game modes that are PvP. but
Oh, okay.
the problem with that is that Stalker doesn't have very good gunplay. As
Well, Stalker 2 might.
iffy
Stalker
gunplay.
2 actually looks pretty decent.
I know. I'm talking about the original ones though.
Stalker, by the way, is basically like Fallout, but for Russia. It's like,
For Slavs.
well, not actually Russia, more like Ukraine, because Chernobyl's
Yeah,
in
Slavs.
Ukraine. Yep, it's like Slavic Fallout, yeah. With the
So just-
Albertor thingies too.
So it's just Eastern Europe, normally.
Yeah,
At
no,
the
this is
very least-
Eastern Europe Simulator.
Looking at it, that it's an Unreal 5, there's not a hit chance for the bullets.
But this is going to have a pretty big sandbox for you to go around, explore, shoot stuff. I mean, the gunplay already looks better than Fallout, so... The fact that people actually die...
I don't know if that's a good representative of the gunfighting. If it is, the AI are bad at shooting.
Yeah, because you should have been shot there a few times.
Technicians will be happy to assist, but not for free. These guys can repair and upgrade your gear to suit your gunfight style.
My God. Chapter, what?
Good evening, Stalker.
I like these sort of sandbox, walk around, explore the map, and get horribly mauled games. You know?
Remember, the zone is a unique place, but the laws of physics and ballistics still apply. Each gun feels and fires differently.
Bullet drop.
And its effectiveness depends on the distance and the type of armor you're up against.
The enemy AI walks slowly towards you.
Yeah, they should probably take cover. We got him, boss.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Monsters.
That is a
Those invisible things.
Revenant. No, not Revenant. I'm not called Revenants.
Ooh, spooky chatfish. Whoa.
That was a bloodsucker.
They have lawyers in this game.
They have lawyers?
Technically, everyone.
Oh, blood-sucking lawyers. No, I get it. It's Jurassic Park. Blood-sucking lawyer. Yes, Buckybus. Now, another game to talk about real quickly. Beyond All Reason. It's free. You can download it right now. It's an RTS that's being developed, and I've met some of the people that worked on it, and they're very chill people. Definitely check it out. Spiritual successor to Total Annihilation and Spin Commander. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Like, again, there seems to be a lot of games that are coming out that are, some looking a little bit janky, some, maybe a little bit better. Why is it with you in $70? Why is it with you in $70 games?
I like how the special edition is $100.
Oh, they do that. They do this.
There's access only 3 days, Gibbs. Come on.
YouTuber tax.
Gibbs is early access for 3 days worth $30 to you.
No. But as a streamer, it could be the difference between getting a new sub or not.
Alright.
Wait, let's see how the Indiana Jones vibes feel.
Maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
German!
Right in the fucking nose again.
You already broke that. I broke it again.
I like the gimmick of just punching somebody in the nose every time you meet them.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried.
Going to waste in these terrible places.
To be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
It's young Indy.
Well, yep, it's not the communists, it's the Nazis, so it's...
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Japan. Wow.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chirkulimani. The Great Circle.
The voice actor is a little off on the indie voice, but the face looks pretty good.
You have any idea how old that was?
That might be okay.
I don't like the woman.
The woman character, yeah. I think the big problem I see with this design already is that her haircut is not era appropriate. And that strikes me as something to be worried about. Purely based on the fact that that's kind of strikes me as early stage wokeism. So, a little bit of skepticism on that one. If the female character shows up and just like, I'm gonna help Indy and I know what's best. And it's like,
You didn't see her drag him out of the pit trap?
Yeah, she grabbed him. So that strikes me as like, okay, here we go. Fucking Indiana getting shown up by a femoid. You know, and his own
already
job.
Had a movie about that.
Yeah, they did that already, and that was bad.
Was it a femoid?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh no. It wasn't even femoid.
It was a they them.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
Now that image, the one with the big burly fucking German.
That looks appropriately Indiana Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the stuff like
It's fighting.
That's why I think this
Time
game
to fight the boss.
this game might be okay. I have a feeling that she'll be annoying. I'm gonna call it now. I think this game might be fun, and I think the story might be okay. But I think she's gonna be annoying whenever she shows up, and it's probably gonna be a lot. But I think the game will be okay. It's maybe. Mostly because like that just looks perfect. Big burly German.
Yeah, I like seeing big burly Germans.
Yeah, but normally Indiana kills them in really horrific ways. He's a Germinator. Is that Italian? I think that's Italian. That helmet looks Italian, Chatfish. That's Nancy. Italian with that mustache. Avi.
Now hold on. Look through the trailer again. I'll through all the images.
Oh, through all the images?
Mm-hmm. How do you know they're Nazi kids?
That right there, the eagle? The Stahlhelm?
No, Kibbs.
What?
There's an eagle sit upon the
little ring thing.
swastika, or is it gonna be a fucking
Iron Cross? Oh my god, they censor it. See that him having medals of an Iron Cross would be fine, but I can't really make out that. Right inside that right there should be a swastika.
Because I don't see any swastikas anywhere.
That's an Italian. I don't think there'll be a swastika. I don't know. I don't see any. It's hard to tell.
Is that armband supposed to be a German?
Yeah, but I don't think...
Because they got some...
That's not the proper red armband. I don't know what the heck's up with that.
That's what I'm saying, kids. It doesn't seem proper.
Yeah, because I can't make that out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they've done... The problem... What's interesting is Germany's actually fucking Well, we don't know that 100% seen team, but I haven't seen any, so let's just go on the limb and say, I guess, that there aren't any. But the big thing is, like, Germany's censorship is actually finally letting up. They can actually have swastikas in some media now. And this is an important and a good step. Because the fact that they're just not allowing you to show symbols of, like, some fucking dead ideology is just funny to me. Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, yeah, there's some people that LARP, but, like, it ain't fucking, you're not gonna fucking see massive goose stepping Germany unless you really fuck up, and honestly, at that point, you deserve it. You deserve. Loosen up. It's a video game. Chat's like, windmill friendship. Ooh, fucking little french fries. We looked at that one, we looked at that one, we looked at that one. Are we through everything? Did we run out of things? Does chat have anything they want to share with us?
Well, what about that one thing I linked, Gibbs?
Oh, no.
I got things.
Chat,
right
quick,
there.
get some. Okay, you know that. We'll start with that one. We'll keep going around. So yeah, the Mickey Mouse stuff is finally, well, the early interpretation is now what you call it, public domain, right?
The specifically Steamboat Willie.
Yep. And so they're making a first-person shooter based on it, and I thought that was kind of interesting. It's surprisingly violent. I love how the guns are fucking wiggly.
Yep.
This is gonna be something we gotta do.
Yes.
Private Eye, or PI for hire. He's a private eye. Yeah, there's actually quite a few really weird and bizarre upcoming titles that look interesting.
Is this the same people who did Cuphead? I don't think so.
We can do a quick check before we see this trailer. Developed by Fumi Games. Fumi Games has no history.
I think it's just an independent.
They're published by by Playside. Playside's reputation is for a bunch of second, nothing major. The biggest thing is that, which is basically their Billions clone.
Yep.
Nothing major, but this is probably the biggest thing they've ever worked on, if I had to guess, or have under their umbrella.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a standout. Just because it's such a novel thing.
The fact that they can use the art style and get away with it.
Clue, a lead. What more could a mouse detective want?
Mouse detective.
Eureka! This is a real mouse changer.
Mouse changer. Oh god, this is gonna have a lot of puns. They're going for that detective noir-esque vibe.
Time to play detective and connect the dots.
The gun animations are actually the best part about this game. Oh my god, they're fucking amazing. They're so wibbly. $20.25. Wow, Plague already? Wow. Fucking Plague. Oh my god, Plague. He's silent. He's not even in chat. He's hiding. Yeah. Nuclear Option seems to be fairly baller. I haven't played it, so I can't really attest to it, but Nuclear Option could be good. It's got potential to be a War Thunder replacer. It's basically jet warfare and stuff like that, but with like tanks and helicopters and naval ships.
That's the F-23, kids.
These are all made up. These aren't real.
That's the F-23.
But yeah, basically the objective of this game is like you blow up the enemy bases, you shoot down the fighters. It's got some pretty good simulation factor. It's a game we've been keeping an eye on. It's not an Ace Combat game, no. It's a bit more War Thundery in terms of how it like looks. And crumbled apart. Yeah, it's pretty early. 0.28.
That is a PLA ship. Ooh, the Super Warhog.
The atomic weapons in this game look good.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, Nuclear Option. It's a little indie game. It's basically a PvP thing. It's got potential. Yeah, it's single player. Interesting. But yeah, keep an eye on it.
0.29 looks interesting, kids. Look at that.
Vehicles.
Chubby fucking...
chubby little gunship things. It's got little cannons on the side.
It's got no wings, but all engine.
It's all meat.
I'm all engine.
No
wing. All dick, no balls. Typical politician.
All dick, no
All dick, no cum.
What?
That's the actual fucking...
I know, I fucked it up.
That's terrible. Look. Truck.
That's the new improved Toyota Hilux.
Toyota, but in space. Good for interstellar insurgencies. Oh, there is a game I want to play, says Blake. What, this game? Like, this is probably a game for you, by the way. Nuclear Option.
You know what, kids? Why don't you go look, see if there's another Dynasty Warriors coming out?
There is, actually. We should definitely stream this one for no reason. I think it's Dynasty Warrior Origins, yep. I wish this did. Guardian of Peace.
Oh, look, it's only 2 months away.
I despise Dynasty Warriors.
Look, no, it's fucking great. Look how goofy it is. Actually looks visually
great.
Not terrible. Like,
go forth and learn what it means to be a hero.
that's the goofy part, though. Seeing somebody swing a stick and kill 30 billion people.
But that's Dynasty Warriors.
I know.
Looks like they're going for 3 kingdoms and the yellow banner people.
Yellow turbans. I think I saw Deng Zhao, so yeah. That's definitely a Chinese style flag.
Has been cast.
That's Chow Chow.
All that remains
Chow Chow.
is to see this.
Oh no, is it not? No. Either that or they made him like young.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, I'll give it this. It's not LGBTQ plus, and that alone is a selling point.
I didn't see one black person.
Bucky gets demonetized immediately. Yes. It's like, boo.
Don't worry, Kibbs. If your chat doesn't pay you enough money for today's donations, you won't have to worry about that for too much longer.
What do you mean?
We're still like $330 from the Daily Gold Kit.
Chatfish! Like, we don't care, Kib. They're just
the lights are gonna go out.
Daily Gold? I don't care about.
Oh, so much for having electricity.
Don't you already live in perpetual darkness?
He does.
Yes, to cut down on electricity costs.
Child friend.
I live in darkness, yeah. Like, we don't care. We don't. We don't.
You think we can? We don't.
You don't care, kids. We do that too.
Oh my god. That's why they have the lids on their buckets. Well, thinking if you just go from the collapse of the hand to the creation of the gene, so you can include the thing that kills the hand, says Frederick. Bino says, don't worry, Bucky. There are probably monkeys in the hot springs since it's Asia. I don't know why he said that to you.
I'll let you figure it out, Kibbs.
I don't know. You're gonna get monkeypox.
No, Kibbs. What did I say earlier?
Binopox.
Kibbs, what did we say about not having to worry about DEI or whatever?
Oh no.
He's being racist, Kibbs.
Oh my god.
Racism from Bino.
Bino, that's racist. You
Beanisms.
Chant, you can't let the Bino say that.
We need to put.
I hate that. Guardian of Peace.
Guardian of Peace. Honorable China would never be bad.
I actually prefer Dynasty Warriors when they're in Japan. Not fucking China.
China's cringe. Japan based in Squickpill. China cringe and stinky and fat.
It is.
Stinky pan. Stinky.
Warcraft 3 was the only one I somewhat enjoyed. What are you talking about, Noms? You little fuck. He's like, eep. Fucking. And the other thing we got to talk about is the Warcraft remasters, which dropped. They're actually not bad. Warcraft 1 is actually playable, and I thought that was funny. I thought that was worth mentioning.
I guess. There's only one game left that you need to look at.
Warcraft 2, you know, remastered. And the patch for Warcraft 3 Reforged, you know, actually made it playable. Fucking finally, after years. The game I bought is playable. Oh my god, help. What am I gonna do? Blizzard's probably gonna fucking shit on me or something when I'm not looking. Now what's this Bucky wants? You already looked at Star Wars Eclipse? Okay, I don't know why that says it was new. Halsey Jones $50 says, when can I show you Dyson Sphere program, Kips? Literally just stay up tonight and show it to me after stream. I tell you, Halsey, you never come in there. I'm in VC all the time after stream. Not once have you come by to say hi to Kib. You never do, Halsey.
Baby Kibbs.
I'm sitting in there like, where's Halsey? And Halsey's like, oh, I forgot Kib even existed. And thank you for your generous donation. Well, looks like we're going to have power for a little bit longer. Looks like we're going to have power.
No, not yet. We don't have enough power.
We might make it to the end of the day if we're lucky.
Gabe's going to reenact Cinderella Man.
Oh, no. I have to go out there and beg and be like, don't turn off the power. The kids are going to die. You don't have kids. Oh, that's a good point.
I have Chatfish.
Chatfish are going to freeze solid in their little buckets. He looks at the buckets, looks at the Chatfish, unplugs.
I had to send my Chatfish away.
They're in the pond. Just moving around. Oh my god, Cinderella Man. It'll be Kibberella Man. No! I don't want to live that life. I have to get beat up.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do want to live that life.
And then one of my friends is going to give me a second chance. The second chance, and I'm going to make it.
Yeah, you better hope that second chance doesn't come in the form of prostitution.
No, nope. He's smiling, he got his family, but he waddles so weird. It's like, damn. Look, Tank Squad game. Where? Plake. Look where? You son of a bitch.
There. Well, kids, if he doesn't have it pulled up, you can look at that other one right above the mouse PI thing I linked.
Borderlands 4.
Borderlands 4. Did they actually release an actual trailer or just a teaser still?
Nope, just a teaser. Well, what's new here? I guess we got some concept art of the environments. We got the LGBTQ environment. We got the monk environment. You know, actually, I kind of like the environmental art for this. It looks lived in. That just looks purple.
More pink, blue, and white environments.
Yeah, it's purple because of iridium.
Iridium. We got... We also showed off a selection of Borderlands 4 concept art, offering a brief glimpse into what the team's been up to. They were doodling. Like, put a little house here, put a little house there, and a little tent over there.
I thought this was a good news stream, though.
Is that what Jaffa said?
Well, chat. Yes, that's what Frank said.
The good news is we'll get to see cringe. You guess? Okay, that's kind of I guess.
Look, chat. There's only so many games we can cover because they haven't released any like updates for the next year yet. That usually doesn't happen until like December.
Yep, because anything that's announced or is gonna release they're gonna wait till after winter to start hyping you up again. Hyping you little chatfish up, making you psyched up. Halsey ever type his response to me?
Did he?
He didn't.
Haltonair, make sure to donate to Kill Tally.
Halsey.
Or vice versa. Donate to save Tally.
Tally needs you, Halsey. This is
It's
your
not
one
vice
chance
versa.
to set things right. To undo the mistakes you've made, which are many and numerous and beyond
You've never made a mistake, Haltonair. You've always been correct. Kill Tally.
Don't become.
Don't listen to the people that want to tell you you're wrong.
Don't do it, Halsey, or you'll get pregnant. I swear to God. He's like, what?
You'll be so goddamn pregnant.
What if they're into that?
Draw them pregnant. Draw them pregnant.
We're gonna draw Halsey pregnant if he tries to leave the stream again. He's just sitting there with a little frumpy frown. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna get pregnant." It happens, you know. Sometimes you just get pregnant when no one's looking. And he just fucking ignored it. That little piece of shit. Arc 2.
Arc 2 updates.
No, Arc 2 is not gonna happen. It's just not.
Why is it not gonna happen?
Because
there's nothing stronger than family, kids.
It's nothing stronger than family. They wasted all that money to get fucking Vin Diesel. This game is in some serious development hell, from what I can tell.
Yeah, because it's still probably getting sued.
My dad tells stories.
Haltonair says Kill Tally.
No!
Good job, Halsey.
Doubling down. Hold on. That sounds like something Dev would do, Halsey.
Yeah, but Halsey's right.
Halsey's just like, wait a minute. Looks in the mirror. Looks round.
Dev also thought he was right.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's because he thought.
And he doubled down. Double down, Dev.
Mm-hmm.
You just call him double downs, Dev.
No,
Yeah,
don't
what
be
I said.
mean. Jesus Christ. Teasing is fine, but not too much. They made this trailer. That's all we know.
What the fuck, Halsey?
I've been pregnant before.
I've been pregnant before. What the fuck? This reminds me of that stream we did where we played AI Dungeon, 2-player, Bubbles and I, and like Bubbles was naked and he was like caressing Palpatine's chest while I was spinning in the air in circles while Palpatine tried to betroth me to Anakin. He's like, together our houses will become stronger. And I'm just like, what? It was weird. It started off with an orc thing where we almost got raped.
AI Dungeon's awfully rapey.
It gets very rapey, at least when we played it. It's like all of a sudden the orcs were just like, it's like, stop, and they're like, we're gonna rape you. And then all of a sudden we got in the Millennium Falcon, and then we had a fucking lightsaber duel. It was, I don't even know. It was weird. It was so. Hopefully all of you will play Barotrauma again. We are playing out Barotrauma Night Motorcyclist. You have missed every stream. Congratulations. Well, maybe don't be a little traitor. You won't have this problem. All right, Halsey, let me help you. You want to donate towards Tally Living. Yeah.
Except Kill Tally, so. Tally
Living. Start strangling him. His chubby little chatfish neck. It's getting squeezed.
Do chatfish even have necks?
No. Just a tube. It's a face connected to their body.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't have necks. This is true. Like, I just realized that.
How do you choke somebody without a neck?
Like, you just, I don't know, you squish really hard. You squeeze the little bodies until they're flat. There was another space game that I have on my wish list that, fuck, I can't remember. We're missing a game.
On your wish list.
Where is it? Where's wish list?
Is it view your queue or something?
No.
View your queue. View your.
Oh, there it is. Let's set by date added. Yeah. Hyper War. There we go. There we go. This is the stuff that we're missing. I was like, there's more games, but I've completely fucking spaced the ones. Alright, let's start from the top. So, we're not done. Hyper War is a cute little RTS. It looks cute, but it's super early. It's basically, you can, like, it's sort of like Battlezone where you can take over the actual tanks and drive around and stuff. Looks very neat. Old tanks driving around. Fish don't have neck skips. It's just wound. That's not surprising. We do can't see under all the fat, says Portrait Seal. It's got nice visuals, but we'll have to see on how it actually turns out in terms of gameplay. Another early access RTS to keep your little eyes on, Chatfish. Yeah. Can you show a little bit more? There you go. We can see LRM trucks shooting and scooting, which is just funny to me because, you know, our LRM trucks can't shoot and scoot. Bucky, why is that? What will happen if they shoot and scoot?
They'll live.
What? Change your answer.
LRM trucks, kids, are very, very susceptible to counter battery fire. So if they shoot and then scoot, they're likely to survive.
Fuck, I meant shoot and drive, not scoot. Fuck. Alright, so this is another game that's 4-player co-op, and it's called Jump Ship. And this one looks kind of interesting on paper, because what it is 4 players play as a crew, right? And you can drive around, fly around in your ship, and it's sort of like what I wanted Pulsar to be, but with actual gameplay. So this might unironically be the Pulsar I was looking for, where you actually have a ship, you have to manage it, and you have to fly around and do stuff, and there's like combat. Because I've been really wanting a space game that's kind of like Star Trek-y, but like there's more to it, you know?
I think the visuals look nice on the space flight.
The fact that you're running on the moving hull is actually cool as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Also incredibly terrifying in reality.
And you're flying through atmosphere. Interesting.
It's atmosphere capable, okay. The game has a really cool premise from the looks of it, too.
I'm trying to figure out if it's supposed to be flying through, like this is an actual atmosphere planet.
Yep. Pretty sure.
Well, the reason I know it has an atmosphere is because the sky is blue for the most part.
They get out with little rockets. Oh my god. The fact that they have to run out onto the deck to get to the turrets is just funny to me.
It's a stylistic choice.
It's a let's introduce options to die.
Reminds me of the, what is that? Sand barge combat thing?
Oh, yeah, we played that.
What was it called again?
Oh, fuck, I don't remember. It was kind of fun.
We kept calling it, like, Mortal Engines, the game.
Mortal Engines, the game, yeah. With the walkers.
Yeah, there's also a flying blimp ship one as well. But it reminds me of that when you're doing things that seem slightly archaic and unnecessary for a futuristic thing, but it's designed for like interaction purposes.
It's like so you can actually have gameplay.
Yeah.
It's a purely game design choice over logic or any sort of rational bucket fishy things. Now Halsey never responded about being in the Discord after stream. So yeah, it's got an interesting concept. The fact that you can just jump around with a ship and you can actually play with friends is really cool. It is, I think, an entirely PvE game.
Is it four player co-op?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Yeah, up to 4 players. So yeah, you and 4 people can just jump around, fly around.
You and 3 people.
Oh, 3 people, yeah. Math.
I know you can't count.
Bucky.
Mentat failure.
Where'd my Bucky go? Now, another thing that's coming out that's kind of interesting is Half-Life 2, RTX. Now, for those, I know there's a lot of people that love Half-Life quite a bit, but there's a RTX project coming out for Half-Life 2 that just basically uplifts it. Basically, it's sort of like a kind of a pseudo remastering, and it looks quite nice. Be nice to revisit Half-Life 2. Looks very good. Visually. I think it's in a new engine.
I hope so.
Looks like it. It doesn't look like Source if you ask Kib.
RTX on, RTX off.
Maybe Unity?
Look. Just like, whoa. Dishwashers. Washing machines. Fuck. Plague says RTX is a scam. What? You don't think this looks kind of cool? I think it looks neat. The RTX update for Quake 2 was actually pretty cool when we played it. But yeah, that's another really neat thing coming out. And what else we got? We got some other things. Path of Logic, or Pathologic. I know some people like those games. I've never played them. The Commandos Origins games for you Polish fish out there. It was okay. It was a bit simplified because I was too easily able to wrap my head around it. I was doing too good in it. And here's an RTS game that has some promise. It's going to be entering early access. Now, this is made by Galactic Annihilation, which are the guys that made Planetary Annihilation. Is this actually a gameplay trailer finally? Or is this another one of those stupid cutscene things? I think it's just a cutscene. I don't think it's real. Or no,
You're
maybe
not
it is.
real.
Basically, it's a successor to Planetary Annihilation. And with the focus of being more about, like, factory making. And then you make factories that make tanks. And then they go and fight. And while that sounds really cool, I'm kind of curious and a little skeptical to see how that works in practice. Because this is definitely pre-rendered.
I feel like the issue I have with a lot of the newer games is they're still using like engines that make everything look plasticky.
Yep. The art style for this isn't necessarily the best.
Yeah.
And this is very scripted, I want to point out. I feel like that's not very effective.
But that's cool.
But yeah, we'll have to see if the Planetary Annihilation devs can actually make something interesting. What's funny is if you actually look at these gameplay pictures, the quality looks incredibly low by comparison. So that's where my skepticism starts to bumble in a little bit more. And I'm not a particularly big fan of the art style in this game.
Do you think they're trying to ape Lego specifically?
It looks like Mega Bloks almost.
Yeah. Like, it looks... But it's a little too bland. Like, the big problem is I think the problem with Galactic Annihilation in these devs is... Oh, they're not the same name. Oh, they changed... Did they rebrand their name or whatever? Oh, that's weird. Well, either way. It's one of those things where it's just... It strikes me as a little bit... Like, like, you really should do something with your art style. Part of what makes an RTS cool is the factions, right? And having cool factions and nations and stuff. And when you don't have that, you're kind of missing out one of the major ingredients of what really sets an RTS apart from, you know, other shit. Won't get better till they will move to Kawin W. What are you talking about, Nom Noms? Remember, you have to do what I tell you from now on. He's like, nope. Well, maybe don't be a little guy about it. Now let's see. Where's my list of wish-listed games for Chatfish so that I may guide Chatfish? The Chatfish need me, their lord and savior, to guide them. So this is a cute little game. I'm gonna open that up. Here, I'm just gonna go ahead and open up all the ones.
Nightingale looks interesting.
That one's on mixed. We'll see why.
If we're just gonna look at interesting games, I have one I want to show.
Get rid of
all
Psychosis.
Yep, get out of here.
I have a game for you in the VC room that I think looks interesting, but is currently early access.
Dreadnoughts.
I'll grab it in a second. What? Oh, that's multiplayer. Yeah.
Look how it's mostly negative.
Yep. That's because it was like you can just PvP each other, and everyone hated that.
I want to play an actual game.
Want to fight with friends, not against friends. Alright, I think that's all the major
Terminator,
ones.
Survivors, Gibbs.
I wish listed it because I'm curious to see what it is. Not because it'll be good. I'm just gonna put everything up that I think is gonna be good. Avowed is probably gonna be woke as fuck. I'm warning you now.
It looks well.
Like I'm calling it because like that game looked.
Ultimate General, American Revolution.
It's mixed. The developers dropping the ball. Tank Squad because Blake wanted me to show Chatfish. Killing Floor 3. That should be fun. I hope. Menace looks cool. Metal Gear. Okay. Have I shown or clicked all the ones for Chatfish to be shown? That one. This one definitely. And
Roman Empires.
some of these games, the reason I'm not opening them is because we either know A, too little about them, or B, they don't look enough. Sorry, Fata DM, you're going off. I've tried your beta. You weren't very good. This
I
is
don't want
weird.
to play with you anymore.
Yes, pretty much. Alright, there we go. Now I've got it all sorted, chat. Kibbs will guide the Chatfish because they're weak and chubby. Now, this is a game I got told by a bunch of Slavs to play. And I don't think I will. But, I will show it to Chatfish. Not sure. Not sure I'm particularly sold on him. Basically, it's a 40k inspired... what the fuck is that game called? I immediately forgot the name of it. It slipped my mind.
FTL.
FTL, yes. It's got a cool sort of like bleak-esque aesthetic. But the big thing is I don't know if that's going to be enough for like someone like me. But it is an interesting idea as a concept. It's not actually 40k. It just, you know, yoinks the style a lot.
They debuffed the skeletons in it.
They debuff what?
You can have skeletons in the game, and then they debuffed it.
What the fuck?
The reason, because the skeletons were indestructible. You could just send them to go across and do burning ships and go grab people.
Oh, you played this game, okay.
No, no. A lot of people, like Ritualist, has talked about it as well.
Oh, yep. That's the guy who was trying to get me to play it. Yep. Little Slawfish.
And he drew comics of the fucking skeletons being chads about it, just walking through fire and shit.
Just not giving a shit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. If they don't care, they don't care. You know.
Because they don't need oxygen. They're immune to fire.
This hurts you, Shepard. No, it doesn't. Oh my god. So yeah, it's a cute little FTL game, but it's in development and it's not quite out yet. So another thing you can wishlist if you're interested in little Chatfishies. Another game we have is Mars Tactics. This game looks like a fun little tactics combat game. It's basically, you know, like Red Faction, kinda, but like, what do you call it?
What are you looking for? The word?
Military companies. What do they call them? Mercenary companies. PMCs. It's basically like space PMCs. You go around and you put down minor, like, revolts or whatever. From the sounds of it. It's an interesting little indie idea.
And you get to individually outfit weapons, I suppose.
It's a turn-based tactics game, Chatfish. Sort of a la XCOM. Boom. You make like holes, you can damage the train. It's kind of cool. If you're looking for a tactics game, it might be something. The next game we have on our list of mini games is Nightingale that I looked at. Now this is a game that looked kind of interesting in concept, but I think you were talking about, Squealy, how it didn't do very well in launch, and it's now recovering. I can't quite tell.
No, I wasn't super familiar with Nightingale. I just thought like, the trailer looked cringe because it was steampunk
cringe?
Victorian.
Oh yeah, no, it was kind of cringy looking. I can't remember if this looked good or not. I think it looked kind of mid. No.
Watch the trailer again, you'll see.
Didn't want to. It looked kind of goofy.
Do it.
No, I think we're gonna move on. Wayward Realms is actually something that's a bit more interesting. This is being developed by former Elder Scrolls devs who basically got more or less pushed off the team as time went on. And so this is more of like a return to form for Elder Scrolls as a spin-off. Not spin-off, as a new IP, I guess, quote unquote.
Ours begins on
Specifically the Daggerfall devs.
a remote island in the northeast. We have come to the town of Melhelm.
The boat is a little bouncy.
Ravensworth, stepmother to the local baron in search of information. Rumors have been circulating of strange occurrences around the tomb of Lord God.
Game could use some optimization patches, but this is early vintage.
At our own hands. We were sent to seek out Niles, an informant for the Order of Saint Latra. But it seems the door is locked. There must be another way in.
You just
If they are Daggerfall devs, I will not buy it at all. It's called Buggerfall for a reason.
That thing is goofy.
Goblin!
Maybe he just needs a little convincing.
I did think the conversation parts of the showcase was a bit goofy looking.
I'm not a big fan of the conversation dialogue system in this game. But the idea of like the big sandbox, like where you can explore it and like do quests and whatnot, with different approaches, is cool.
I've seen that animation before.
I think I was stuck in his head.
It reminds me so badly of the VR games. I think of Sword and Sorcery. How goofy those were.
An Argomian? Jeff is trying to figure it out. Magic. Kick. The magic boot, more like. They're showing off the physics. And look, they can friendly fire each other.
I feel like this game is going to be made for VR at some point because of how goofy the physics is.
It looks a bit goof, yeah. Thing is, there's not enough on it. But if it actually is like a Elder Scrolls-esque game and you can freely do whatever you want, that could be cool.
Of course. Sometimes that might not be enough.
Wow. Bonk. The worst part about it, though, the only part that looks sus, is that it looks as stiff as if it was like Morrowind or something. And I think that it's absolutely imperative that it's not be stiff in terms of how it feels.
It looks extremely early at development.
Yeah. It just recently got its Kickstarter funded, if I remember right. So it'll be a while before we see anything, more on it. This game needs some serious performance patches. Yes. It was very clearly not our 12% budget for correct. You quest to go. Yep, so good for them. They exceeded their goal, that what they needed to fund their project, and so they're going to now begin development of it. So it'll be a while before we see anything more come of this. I don't even think we'll see this in 2025, to be honest. But who knows? Who knows? Well, I have to wait and see. The next game we have is a Slav game. There's a whip. Then they look at the company like, that's not Slavic. Yeah, but Chatfish, you are Slavic and you like this.
Here's your Might and Magic, a home name in Poland.
The video broke. There we go. So they're making a new Heroes of Might and Magic game for you little Slavfish. Wow, Slavfish.
It looks like Heroes 3.
That's probably the reason why they did that, to be honest. I don't mind the artistic visualization. It's very stylistic, but then again, I have no experience with this franchise. Oh my god, Gun Guy just was freaking out. I was like, whoa.
Holy crap.
So yeah, a new Heroes of Might and Magic game is on the horizon, chat. In case you weren't aware, it's called Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era. I'm Swev. Well, I had a good life. And he died. But it's uglier than Heroes 3. I'm not a Slav, says Frederick. Shut up, Suzuki. If you're a Slav, you like this. He's like, eep. I'm probably going to try it, just because it looks kind of neat. But I'm not entirely sold on it, because I don't know if this is a game for me. Because, to be honest, I've never played Heroes of Might and Magic, so I don't really know.
It's from Uchisoft.
Oh yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic is super suave. I like how everybody knows that. All the chatfish are like, yeah, it's a suave game. Listen, I don't say it to be mean. I just know what you little Polish fish and stuff like. You little Polish and you little fucking Slovakian, and Belarusian,
They love Gothic, they love
Russian,
Heroes, they love all these weird little games.
Weird little guys liking weird little things. Gonna wait to see if it's actually good. Not into the game after 5 and 4 was not really that good, but I'd put 6 and after it's just man for me at least, says Bondazan. And you know, we have to do the Chatfish accent so that you know what I'm reading.
Should I go grab Gothic 4?
J-Rod, you're hurting my feelings. Up! He called it woke. Kill him! With love and compassion. When's my game coming out? God, I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm not the programmer. But I can tell you that it's being worked on, and it's being made progress. Usually if you check out the programmer streams, you can see. Pretty good. The big thing with that is that I don't know. I genuinely don't know. We only have one programmer, and chat doesn't fund us for enough for even working more full time. We just have status quo funding, which is basic operation level, honestly.
Okay, Gibbs, I posted Gothic 1's remake in the stream room.
Oh yeah, Slav game time.
Slav game time.
We're Slav gaming. Just like, what?
You see, Javish, when it comes to Slavs, it goes from German to Russian, and in the middle is Slav. That's what you guys are.
So they're making a Gothic remake. I don't know anything about the Gothic games, other than that Germans and Slavs like them. And every time I've heard people talk about them, I've never heard a good thing about them.
Welcome to the Valley of Mines, an immense penal colony.
He said penal.
War against the orcs,
Penis.
the only undefeated enemies of the kingdom of Mertana. The king needed ore to supply his armies. So every man guilty
That's sneezing. I will be.
was forced to work in the ore mines of Corinis. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out his best magicians to create a magical barrier around the entire valley. But something disturbed the creation of the barrier, trapping everyone inside. The convicts revolted. Took control of the colony. They divided into 3 camps. The old camp is satisfied with the current situation. As long as they deliver the ore, the king supplies them with everything they need. The new camp, however, thinks they can use the ore to blow up the barrier. And then there is the sect from the swamp. they believe that a mysterious new deity will free them from their prison. Thus begins your journey in the open world.
3 different factions. This unironically told me more about this game than I've ever known before.
We focus on the 4 pillars that we consider the core of
He's
the
got
series.
wrinkles.
Simulation of a living world, exploration, story, and combat.
Killing
Like the
rat
original
creature.
2001 title, Gothic Remake is set on creating an immersive and realistic world. Enjoy a complex life simulation on a scale hardly
Magic
ever seen
weed.
before in a video game. During the day, the inhabitants of the colony carry out a variety of activities, while nature, rich in all its diversity, lives out its own rhythm. All this gives the impression that this world can exist without the player. Explore
The
colony on your
impression?
own and enjoy
So it
the
doesn't.
unprecedented freedom
He's a
this open
geek.
world offers.
Yeah, it's a video
In
game.
true RPG fashion, you decide when and where you go next. Meet numerous interesting characters, understand their inner motivations, and earn their respect by completing a series of elaborate quests. How you solve or handle their problems depends entirely on your choices. No matter when, in what order, or if you do anything at all, the game will always respond appropriately to your decisions. Experience a complex and demanding combat system with satisfying character progression. Overcome your opponents using a variety of melee weapons, eliminate them from a distance, or learn the arcana of magic. Remember that each type of weapon behaves differently. Its effectiveness depends on training.
It doesn't look that bad, actually.
We're aware that when creating a
No, it's
remake,
You haven't seen the original.
I know, I've only heard bad things about Gothic. This doesn't look bad.
However, we feel there is room to develop the experience further.
If it's a remake,
telling
it's
new
not
stories from
going
the
to theoretically have the same
and
issues.
expanding on those
Read
that
what
die-hard
Nightmare
fans
Cyclist is
have
saying.
known for more
Ah,
than
the
2
promise of
decades.
combat system. We've all heard that before. Yep.
We are also focusing our
I mean, the
attention
combat
on
system looks
enhancing many aspects
not
of gameplay,
revolutionary or new,
such as diverse
but it looks
NPC
okay.
routines
It looks
and
like
reactions,
fucking
more
Skyrim.
complex crafting, and more
Diverse
rewarding
NPC
character progression.
interactions. That sounds
Despite the
Skyrim.
passage of
Like,
time,
they'll walk around and do
Gothic
jobs.
remains in the
Walks to
hearts
one
and
spot,
minds of
stands
Weirdly
there.
enough, I will actually compliment Gothic on this. It's more advanced than Skyrim's NPCs.
I mean, this
2001
looks more
Gothic was
advanced.
more advanced.
Rekindle that love. Whether you've been a loyal fan for years,
This might be
or
an
are
interesting
just
game.
looking for a true
Yeah.
RPG experience, welcome back to the colony.
The colony. You know what? Consider me intrigued. For THQ Nordic, oh boy.
Pub.
Yeah, the
I'll
pub.
send you a different game, by the way. One I'm very interested.
It's Food Simulator.
It's on Gothic Remake. Where is it?
No, it's right above it. It's Rich Fire.
I thought you already played this.
No, I want to play it though.
It looks
40
pretty
bucks.
good. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. This actually looked pretty good.
People in the reviews call it a extraction shooter without the
Extraction.
PvP.
PvP.
So like the idea of like the environment and gameplay of a game like Tarkov, but without any of the PvP elements. That make this game agonizing play.
I know what I've done, and I need to pay for it. Dead, hunting witches, with witch fire in my blood.
Oh.
I'm a sinner, an abomination, and
Oh.
our only hope.
Oh my god, got a goofy helmet. Well, it's got a unique style.
The environmentals are really nice.
I'm actually excited for the new car. Says Big Zug. Grabs him. Ooh.
Kids, it's early access. You should get it.
Maybe.
Is it co-op or it's just?
I knew one of the chapters
single
were going to
player.
point out that the magazine was a little wonky on those guns. It's like, if you make the gun wrong, it looks unique.
Make the gun. We looked at Gothic already.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Oh yeah, so a bit about this game. This game looks really interesting because it looks fucking insane. It's like crack. Last time I looked at this game. This game is basically Mountain Blade Bannerlord, but sci-fi. And it's so off the wall random with how whack it is that I actually am looking forward to this game. Oh my god, it's an MMO now?
What?
I'm very confused. Yeah, I don't even know. All I can say is this game looks whack.
So, are all the NPCs supposed to be players? Not
No, those are
just
those
NPCs?
are NPCs.
It's probably a lot of hub stuff you can do.
Yeah, probably.
That was a very like with all the media in this game. It's just I never figured out anything about this game. Every time
I'm
I
getting the
look at it.
feeling that it's more of a MMO in the same way that fucking Path of Exile is.
Yeah, I think there might be like a hubs and stuff, but you can do stuff. It looks kind of interesting. It's like a little project they've been working on for a very long time. And I've been following for a while.
Looks kind of goofy.
It does look goofy, but it looks fun.
That walker looks awesome.
Looks like it's not a game to be taken super serious, but just
Oh
kind of
no,
cool.
they
thing.
walk in tandem.
Yeah, I saw that. That hurt my soul a little bit. But yeah, Earth from Another Sun. It looks pretty interesting. And it's one of those games that I'm gonna keep an eye on. Probably gonna check it out because it has co-op, so that's a big attractor. But it is.
I'm not a fan of your art style, says Raffles.
I mean, it's woo.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got fucking Play-Doh face, but she got big tits.
She got butterface.
It is.
Look at Samus Gibbs.
Samus.
Samus Aran, even.
But Kibbs, we have Samus at home. Samus at home.
See, they even got the big orbs.
That's ridiculous. Those are what, like thrusters or something?
Where's my planet-side spiritual successor, Kibbs? You'll never get a boog.
I
Unless it
haven't
makes Final
found a
Fantasy.
like as somebody who's been keeping like an eye on a lot of games. Like, I'm sorry, Boog, I haven't seen one. Boog's like, "Eep."
I hope they've just decided that it's a dead game, and that anybody who tries it just is bound to fail.
You heard him, Bug. You're a failure.
So the other game I have for interest for you, my little round lemony bucketfish friends, is Sanctuary Shattered Sun, which is a spiritual successor to Supreme Commander. It's
I was about to say,
still
looking
early.
at those shields, that screams Supreme Commander to me.
But it's looking pretty good. The explosions and combat are really coming along with this one.
Also, the chain detonations.
Yup.
Looks cute.
I like the walkers. They're autistic, and I appreciate it.
The big thing is you're fighting over a Dyson sphere on a planet, or a planet that's built above a sun. Don't ask how it has sunlight above. But like as you fight on it, like you can blow up like the ground and they'll fall through it.
It's probably a neutron star.
Let's see if they show
Or,
it. Because you can change, like, as you're fighting over it, like, you can change the environment, like, the oceans can freeze over, and, like, you can make the thing collapse inwards. Like, if you bomb it hard enough, and, like, bases will, like, sink into the fucking star. It looks kind of cool.
Look, Hibbs, it's a Forerunner thing in the background.
Yeah, good. Wouldn't be surprised if one of the artists from Halo was on another project. This is more of the CG trailer.
No, the fucking walkers look dirty.
Look, they're just
And
crabs with guns on their backs.
Look, that is a Halo thing.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah, like 80% of that is like that's just one of those Halo beam thingies that
Yep.
shoot into the middle of the Halo. I get Scrin vibes from that thing, except metallic.
I wish there was a tactic that you can force the ground to give way underneath them.
I think you can in one of the things I saw about this game.
Todd wants to know if there's anyone available for art commissions.
There is, little Toddly. There is. Show just finished her last piece, so I will open up a show slot. Yes, maybe 2.
The little Shoblin Goblin.
There is Indio Bindio. Well, no, actually, no. Can't open up Indio Bindio. Never mind.
Yeah, he's still preoccupied with other work.
Yep, he's literally my only hope of getting the lore videos done now. So I'm waiting for him to finish his art pieces, which those are almost done. He's got 2 more panels and we're done. Then we just have the unit cards and then we're gonna edit it together. Oh my god, it feels like a forever project. I now understand how those channels, why no channels my size make videos like that. It literally requires so much production. Oh my god. Good thing these are all reusable assets for the video game. Otherwise I'd blow my brains out, Chatfishies. I'd be a dead little fucking kid. I don't see nothing on that. Either way, it's a cute little game. This is a little indie game that I think is adorable. It's nothing gonna blow you out of the water, and I'm glad he's taking more time to work on this. It's basically just a Dune 2000 successor. Made by, like, a couple dudes who are passionate about it.
Do they scream Moadib?
Pretty much. It's called Barkon. It's just Dune 2000.
It's just Dune.
I like how it's like the worm. It's like no, it's just Dune. It's just Dune.
It's sort of like a classic old school RTS, and the units have cool designs. They look like toys.
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 Oh hey, look! They even have the Flappy Bird
Ornithopters,
design.
yeah.
Ornithopters, yep. Oh hey, it's totally not a Sonic tank.
I did too, Jizuke. That's why I said I'm glad he didn't release it, because it needed work. Like, this game needed a lot of work. This trailer we're looking at is super old, by the way. They've been working on and doing more stuff with it since then. The big thing is I hope the developer just doesn't release the game until they're ready. And it's going to take years because it's an RTS. RTSs are not something that should be pumped out fast. I expect a decade. And I'm willing to wait for that because guess what? RTS has been dead forever. Now, the next game we have to show off is a game Chatfishies haven't funded yet.
Metal Gear Sneed.
But I know Chatfish won't fund it.
Just because soldiers
looks so
are on the same
dumb.
side right now
Look at it.
doesn't mean they always will be.
Doesn't mean they all...
Politics determine who you face on the battlefield.
Polly squeaks.
Is that why you abandoned me?
Is that why you abandoned?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission.
You did the superhero ending and then the look-up thing.
Dr. Sokolov.
David Hayter needs to voice act for every character.
Just to get their hands on Sokolov? That's right.
I love the voice acting.
Was he working on?
Oh, Sokolov!
Are you one of Vulcan's men? No. I've come to escort you back to the other
This is
side of
amazing.
the curtain. That's what they were making you build?
Metal Gear.
Yes. The Shagohod. A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War. And then the Age of Fear
Super communists.
will truly begin. A world war.
Is Revolver also?
I've never let
He's not using a revolver.
He was throwing away a gun that wasn't a revolver.
It was a Makarov.
He was spinning it.
I thought he threw it away. No, he's using it.
No. That's a thing with a revolver ocelot. He likes to spin his guns.
Bees!
Not the bees!
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen. But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. Colonel! It'll be our friend, the American defector.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times.
The newspaper publication.
Fucking Kojima's autism in his Wikipedia articles.
Oh my god. Hideo Kojima's such a hack, I love it.
Just...
The times. The dictator.
This game is going to be unironically amazing, Chatfish, okay?
Colonel.
It's not like I'd eat snakes or anything in a restaurant.
Like I'll eat one, but... Shot snake.
It's funny and amusing to me that you had to hear dialogue from this game to understand why people started liking the franchise.
Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking.
Look at that trigger discipline.
You must not be seen by the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear?
How did he not hear
this
that?
Kind of infiltration
Because you're very sneaky.
unit special. In other words, weapons and equipment are procure on site.
Did you just...
You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
The fact they got the VA for this is amazing.
Would have been a disservice not to.
It makes it a must buy.
Speak.
CQC.
God damn. Just the Rambo moment.
Yep.
Big boss. Big ball.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
You know it, chap. You know you want to be on that thumbnail. Sneak fish.
Todd donates $200. I would like one show slot for Aya. Also, SF, Fit, Tally Lives, and Breed Gibbs, Boot Bucky, Bottle Hands, and Reg is not Italian.
Wow. Mean to everyone here. Thank you for
Boot
donating.
Bucky. I'm sorry. I thought there was a different person we're supposed to kick.
This is Boot Bucky.
Give him the
Goblin.
boot. Like, you know, put him in the boot.
Your estate has never been easier.
What?
Oh, like the Simpsons boot.
The new progression tree gives you direct control over unlocking recipes.
Look for the sound,
as you gain
kids.
essence, aligning your growth more closely with
You're just gonna fucking do it. It's right.
Treatments have
It's
been
like
reworked to make them more beneficial.
it's like 5 to the
They're
right
no
of the
longer
fucking
required to
left
unlock
side. There you
There we
go.
go. Fucking random.
I
Okay.
didn't show change your thing.
She has a reason. We'll discuss it.
Okay.
So the big thing is next thing we're gonna look at is Menace. It's made by the people that made Brothers in Arms or whatever it's called, or not Brother in Arms. Battle Brothers.
Yes. Battle Brothers, yes.
And I didn't really care for Battle Brothers, but
Wow.
this appeals to me so much, mostly because I don't know. Maybe it's because to me it looks like Quake. It looks like the Quake universe. Take a look.
I was gonna say I immediately saw in the background there's like cybernized soldiers.
Yeah, it's got this sort of like bleak horror to it, and it's quite cool. Basically, mankind's fighting against this like Strogg enemy, and it looks pretty good.
Meow.
Oh, Pop Kain.
Oh, that okay. No, Kibbs, go back. Did you notice the bobblehead?
Yes, it's an Easter egg.
Yes. Some Aliens vibes there. I'm getting XCOM vibes from this in terms of what it's going to be.
Yep, it's a
similar
turn-based
to.
tactics game, but it's like mankind fighting against this horrific enemy.
Well, no, by the way, they're all attacking at once. They're not doing a team thing there.
It might be.
Unless
It might be simultaneous turns, or not simultaneous turns. It might be. What do I call it? Like you order all your actions and then goes.
Everyone on your side does your thing, and then they do everything on their side at the same
That's
time.
not my favorite terms of turn-based game balance because it leads to what we call alpha striking. But
Yeah, where basically it's like whoever goes first usually wins.
drink a lot turn-based, skip. Oh my god, why do you hate turn-based games?
From the trailer, it looked like they could run out of ammo on equipment.
Yep. So supplies
see
look like
that.
they matter.
That's
Marines.
just a M1A1 Bradley.
Yep.
Yeah,
Space
no,
Bradley.
the barrel is a bit souped up, but yeah, practically.
So yeah, M2A1. There we go.
This looks like a Titan from Tiberian Sun, but I love
Makes
the
it
look.
Yeah, it does.
It looks
Don't
like
get me wrong, it's adorable, but
looks like the chicken walker for fucking Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
They move.
Oh, it's a Toyota Hilux.
Oh my god, Toyota's in space. Goddamn wrong button.
Sir, we're losing. Send in the helixes.
Oh, go back. Hold on. It's a blueberry.
Oh my god. Stop it. Stop.
Kids, we're roughly only 6 months away from that.
That's true.
I kind of want this game to be good because I like these types of games. It's just no game in recent memory has really. It's like maybe want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
No, Prav, you defied your rule.
The
There will be
tabletop
no
team
wrath.
told me of your treachery, Proud. You will be punished. Your balls twisted.
Is there Valheim today, Gibbs?
It might be ghosts as punishment for Prav's sin.
Damn.
And Artem's just like, it's a game of my life, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
But damn. You looked into Stalker 2 then. It's coming up, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, we
Saw the
looked at
pre-order
Stalker
shit
2.
and immediately went skeptical.
I mean, I'm skeptical because the game's been in development for a billion years.
I believe it's gonna run. It's gonna launch poorly and get better over time.
Probably.
I've heard of your infidelity.
Now, Proud, I was also informed by Spider Pig that you have to rebuild the base.
That was
Damn.
we were told that there was a incident.
Mm-hmm. You will rebuild that, and you will send me pics.
So first you said you were late, then it's like, I'll be honest, I fell asleep. So here's the issue. Even if true, you just incriminated yourself.
You liar.
So,
Infidel.
Tripwire is producing a new Killing Floor. Another fun horde shooter. At least I hope this one's good.
I never played any of the Killing Floors. Like, I'm aware of them, I've just never played them.
They're funny and they're goofy.
I know Fairman was like, dude, these things are like just fun, mindless, like just horde things, and it's like
The
I
gunplay
believe
was
you.
always pretty strong in these.
FOV seems a bit low. Yeah.
Might be the FOV
For
for
trailer.
consoles that they're showing.
Because the FOV for this reminds me of like console. Yeah.
Yep.
Like that little
FOVs are
grab
always
go.
low in trailers. So it looks like going for a little bit more futurism look to the game.
Wow. Spikehead.
Another one coming 2025.
I'm trying to figure out why that's more dangerous than just having the chainsaw stick out further.
I like how Dragonlair's been a Debbie Downer for every game we've shown. Not Dragonlair, Dragonclaw.
Dragonclaw, you're a little sad. Come here. Rubs the bell.
This looks like Quake.
This does. Man, I would kill for new Quake. Ow.
God damn.
Oh, it's the fucking spinner fuckies. Cyborg clone zombies. I preferred killing for 1 to 2, but I think that was because 2 launched rough. So hopefully they do better here. Tripwire Interactive. I'll just check them. Are they making any other things? What are you doing, little shits? Not a whole lot. Excuse if they're making another Milsim shooter.
You tankers, welcome.
Blake wanted me to look at this.
Milsim?
Yep.
Tank Squad.
This looks like Blake thing.
Crews and tanks here at the repair station.
They got
This is someone at the studio.
That's actually kind of cool, yeah.
Repairing as needed to keep units covered.
You know what? You gotta do what you gotta do.
They look
When
autistic.
all is ready, jump into the battle. Take part in the Battle of Prokhorovka, the largest armored battle in the history of the world. Play a German campaign based on the Kursk Citadel operation in 1943, including 10 missions that can be played in single-player and cooperative game mode. Play as a tank commander as well as a tank platoon commander. Give orders to your
Tigers.
squad. Accurate aiming and realistically reproduced aiming instruments.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Remember
solid in
to
terms of
be
how
careful,
that looks.
the enemy is lurking everywhere.
For tank combat stuff.
Follow our development progress on Steam, join our Discord community, and be part of the tank squad. See you next time.
We need to make Strato play that.
Strato would want to play this. If
Strato,
it's,
what's your opinion about
the
this?
fact that it's got cooperative stuff, like that'd be kind of cool, like a tank squad.
You should check to see if that Strato's wish listed this game already.
Forcefully added to it.
14 friends want this. Time to investigate which little bucket fishies. Look at these little guys. No street or burrito. We must be oblivious. What we do is we don't tell them, and then we just start playing it in front of them.
There you go.
You'll probably be like, "Where are the Shermans?" It's like there are no Shermans.
It's the Eastern Front,
Only
you
Panthers.
fucking god.
Welcome to the tank squad.
Yeah, no, that could actually
Yeah,
be cool.
we're only $89 away from making today's goal.
That's true, Chatfishies. Remember, if you make the daily goal, not a name, not a number, not alive, could be pregnant. She's like, what? You
What
too
are your
can
results?
Baphios is like, "Oh, I think I played something like this a million years ago."
Probably was inspired by something.
Probably. I'm getting Steel Battalion vibes with their like banner color scheme.
What?
No. Scroll down a little bit. Right there. You know how it's like the gray and then the red underline. Like I for whatever reason, I'm just getting Steel Battalion
Oh,
vibes.
Steel. You mean Steel Division?
Yeah, that one. Steel
You tankers,
Division.
Welcome to the 11th development of tank squad. Almost 2 months have passed.
The
since
cool
the
thing
last
is I can see
tank
combined
development
arms in
and
this because there's
development
AT guns and there's infantry. They keep saying
All have
infantry.
changed in the projects recently. We have
But they
spent
don't
the
need to
last
say
2
it that
weeks
much, though.
internally playing and testing all 10 missions from the first campaign on the same build. We came to the conclusion that they lacked an explanation of why certain things occur during the scenario.
Alright, we don't need to hear a full breakdown. But it looks interesting. Definitely. And it's got a demo, so it doesn't hurt to put it in the library. Just like, whoa.
Dear tankers, welcome to
Stop talking. Stop. Now this is probably going to be woke. I'm warning you now, chat. Obsidian Entertainment
Why?
has kind of been that way for a while.
Oh, okay.
You must be our Imperial envoy. Better
What was
late
it?
than never, I say.
It's a RPG. Yes, you were curious, Chatfish.
I'm about ready to get started.
Oh, 5 days early? Wow. Streamer tax. Oh, those races look awful. Including the one in the... Come on, I can't let that slip by. I can't say it. All these races look terrible. Wouldn't you agree? They look terrible.
Well, first we have Green Man, then a Beano, then
You saw what I did there. He just stops. No. I'm pretty funny. Yeah.
foul.
No.
Gameplay for that one, like the little bit we did see, kind of looked eh.
It looks so. I'm not. My confidence levels aren't very high for this.
Calm. Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see.
Yeah, I want to
You
get
must
the
open
Dream
yourself
Scourge.
to its mysteries. Tend to
I don't
its
like that
purpose,
flame.
No matter how.
It looked really eh.
Yeah, it looks kind of
the living
average-ish, if
lands
I had to be
truly
honest.
needs.
Like,
I
it'd be
kind of agree
right.
with Vathios on this one.
Yeah, same. Like, it just... I don't know if this is gonna match.
Also, for those just listening, Vathios is like, said, I'm so
Oh, yeah.
bored of the super duper high fantasy bland generic RPGs.
With no identity.
I don't like Neon the game.
Yeah.
I think that's the more accurate thing, is that they're all the same kind of high
Neon light.
fantasy.
Like, Dreadwolf was that, or whatever the fuck it was called.
No,
Dreadwolf.
Dreadwolf was the cool name that they got rid of.
Now, I've got something that actually looks kind of cool for you here, Chatfishes. This is a another indie title. The indies are actually hitting pretty strong this year.
Oh, this one.
this-
I've heard of. I remember watching someone play a demo of it. This one's interesting.
This one actually is really cool. So let's take a look. I'm gonna lose ad revenue, aren't I? I'm gonna lose-
Oh yeah, it is.
It switches perspectives.
I don't know how much the changing perspective helped with it, but it's an interesting idea.
Fucking
Vathios, please translate. Just because you know it's Eastern Europe, you just need to translate it. Oh, I joked.
They're wearing tracksuits. You should be able to translate.
No, I joked, and then he's like, "Yes, 100%. Nota, ooh, Polish game." So yes, he can translate it.
Yeah, it looked pretty interesting. Let's see if there's some more organic gameplay.
Jak sytuacja?
Nic mi nie jest. Jest pełno mazi. Nie ma prądu. Nie byłem...
It feels so Slavic. But it's got a very cool art style. Low res, but 3D at the same time.
Mój Boże, światła nie działają. I co masz zamiar z tym zrobić? Masz jakiś pomysł? Po raz pierwszy mamusia zostawiła cię samego? Jezus Maria, Tomuś!
Her neck is
Wystraszyłeś
moving.
mnie.
Don't think
Rozmawiałeś Jest w domu? No przecie ja sąsiadka jestem. A co? Jakby się coś złego działo pod ich nieobecność?
Ty jesteś pan Bartek? Idź zabić panią od białej sukienki, teraz!
That was a while ago.
Did it make it to Steam?
That was for the demo. Coming to Steam, yep. But it's on Steam now. It just hasn't. It's got its demo, and now they're just working on it.
Uh-huh.
Plague, the real horror, Slav woman.
Oh my god, I think I've
Just
finally...
speaking gibberish at you.
You know,
Scared.
all things I said, there was a lot more games than I thought there would be. And I had to delete like 30 of them.
So, Kibbs, I got a question for you.
What?
If you had to kill and skin a Slav person, would their pelt be a tracksuit?
Yep. I'd wear 6 Bafioses. Keep me warm in the winter.
If,
Just
so
staring
if
at me
you
like,
killed and
"What
skinned
the
them, would it just be sausages beneath it all?
Little Bafioses. Like Bafios is made up of 30 little Polish guys inside of them. Operating a larger machine, you know?
Bafios
Like a puppet.
is used to having men inside of him.
Yep, absolutely. How does it make you feel, chat? Like, well, we're kind of upset by it, but I guess Kibbs, this game needs to be paid. It fits the channel perfectly. What do you mean it fits the channel perfectly? The fact that you can't understand what I'm saying, or what? Unfortunately, the most rucksuit guys died out after 2000s, says Bafios, who's currently squatting in the corner of his room. The rest of my people. Single tier. I exist practicing at Hearts of Iron 4. Good, unexpected, good. I expect you all to be very good. Sneed, I haven't gotten any picks from you yet. Sneed, Fiddles. He's like, I'm scared, Gib. I'm not. Looks up from his little, cup and is like, I'm scared. Not gonna lie to you. I'm terrified. Terrified. Right, chat. We will be doing Valheim next week, but bear in mind that if Prab betrays again, the punishments will be even greater than before. I want you to know that, chat. That
Prav beatings will continue until morale improves.
Prav will improve,
Exactly.
or Prav will die. And Prav will... Yes. I must cover my screen for but a moment as I schedule a Zinx stream. A stream which will make Buckybus the happy bus. He's just sitting there with his little tail waggling. Because, just...
So they make hear you fucking scream every 3 or 4 seconds.
Now, why is it that Robin streams 4 different versions of Stalker when he plays the game? Is it because the game crashes that much? Or, what's happening?
I think it's just because it's destroying his PC every time.
Oh my god, I told him to let me know if, something's going on with that. I gotta send him a DM now, god damn it. Because I'm like, what the fuck? I think he's playing it because I think he's gonna try the new Stalker as well. I'm not entirely
He
sure.
wants to play Stalker 2, but he's trying to play Stalker 1 just so he's...
But it's so janky. It's gonna crash all
so
day.
he's playing... I know, it's... He really should be playing with the all-encompassing mod that puts all the maps together.
Now the question, Kid, is are you playing the campaign or are you doing the multiplayer?
The MP, of course.
The what?
The MP, of course.
Multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
For Stalker 2?
No.
No.
What? It's like, huh?
Don't worry about it.
Another one. Oh, you're talking about fucking COD.
No, he means competitive single player game times. The faster you get to the end, the better.
Let's go walk dogs. Be back in a bit.
Alright, walk your Borkums, and we'll beat you to death later. He's like, okay.
Now, Kibbs.
What?
Hans has created another class specifically to fuck with you.
It's... Whose side are you on, you maniac? He's like, my side.
Yeah, fine. Also, I feel like any class you make is basically one that fucks with Gibbs.
Yes. Or Beano.
Beano, bump, bump, bump. Beano, bump, bump, bump.
There should be a furry hunter
Beano.
skill, but alas, that game was made too early for such things.
We did go through all the games, right? Yes, I think we did. Let me double check. There was actually a lot to go through. I started the stream going like, yeah, there's not that many. Then I remembered that I preemptively wish listed them in advance.
You didn't remember that. I told you to go through your wish list.
Oh, well, you know. Stop that.
No.
There. Yep, I think we touched up on all of them. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we did. Check one more time. Yep. That was everything. We did it, chat. We actually did it. We covered all the games that were interesting. I was like, what, 20 games? 20 plus games? 30 plus games? It felt pretty decent. I was surprised. I was expecting to be like 4. But either way, we will see you guys in the next stream in a couple of minutes. I got to make myself some dinner. And we will then play some Ghosts. And you guys can run around in circles and shoot Kib for a little bit before I put Chatfish into their little buckets. Now remember, chat, if you want to be on any of these thumbnails for these upcoming series, you gotta get on Neo. And also, art slots are $200 dues a slot. And if you want to get a custom Chatfish, it's 30 buckaroodles. So, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. And, yeah, go ahead and hop on over to the next stream, Chatfish. For those that don't follow us over there, have yourself a fantastic night. And we will see you later, Chatfish. Behave and be good.